If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. Oh, you can count on me like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Here we are. Whoa, we have someone called Christopher Carrion. Oh, of course, Christopher. Yes, good man. You invited Christopher. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Welcome to Centrist Supremacy. I am your co-host, the Banksy Style, and
I am the co-host, Pavlovian Response.
Wasteman,
Oh,
aka
that's
known
right.
as the Wasteman Stream, the host of the Wasteman Stream, the greatest stream in the wastelands. Awesome. So
In the Wasteman land.
in the wastelands, exactly, where no one dares to venture. So you managed to you've got some topics, we got some things we want to talk and discuss and go over, possibly a little bit of a conversation about your greatest fan on the planet, a chap known as Overkill, I believe. He's admired you for many a months. I would say possibly even on the bordering of stalkerish, sort of. Possible restraining orders need to be taken out. But for now,
Oh man.
we will get into that. But shall we bring on our guest so that way we have a three-way conversation? And our guest today, ladies and gentlemen, is, and let me switch this to a format that we can all see the guest. It is Christopher. Hello, Mr. Christopher. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm good. How are you, Banksy?
Good,
hey, Pavlov.
Good
Thanks
stuff.
for having me on.
Nice. Pavlov, I don't know whether he can actually see. Actually, no, he might have been able to see you do the little salute thing. But actually, yeah, you're cammed up. I'm not. You see, on my sort of end, you can see me if you're watching the live stream, but you can't actually see me if you're in the StreamYard because I'm not camming up there. So it's a bit of a weird situation. So Christopher, what have you got to tell us, my friend? How is? Actually, first of all, this is a sort of a little bit of a surprise for me because I said to Pavlov, we need a guest, and he's like, okay, we'll sort something out, but he didn't tell me anything about who or when or how.
Because I didn't know who was gonna join.
There's good
man.
communication we got going on here. Teamwork is it's all about the teamwork. It's the Wasteman style stream that we run here. It's a Wasteman
Good,
corporation.
Thanks. It's because I didn't know who was gonna come in. There might be another person or two coming in, but
Good. Well, I mean, that's okay. That's the more the merrier. But yeah, I'll be honest. I think we should call our company Wasteman Inc. or Wasteman PLC. I think that would be an awesome name for a business. Do not steal it, anyone listening. We've copied that. We copyrighted that tonight. Wasteman PLC.
no touchy, man. No touchy.
Okay, so Christopher, is there anything particular that you wanted to talk about? Was there anything on your mind?
What's on my mind at the moment is the US election. I have been following that shit obsessively, and oh my god, it is getting spicy, guys. I mean,
It is.
we have widespread allegations of election fraud. Giuliani said in a press conference that he has literally thousands of signed affidavits from people saying they have witnessed election fraud.
Yep.
The Wisconsin electoral board, the people who certify the elections, check this fucking story out. This is fucking insane. Okay, so it's a 4-person group, right?
Do you
Two
have a link?
Republicans.
Do you want me to post a link so that the audience can follow
Do I have a link? Fuck, somewhere. Wait, I'll fetch it after this. Just let me.
No worries. Go for it. Read it.
So it's basically 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats, right? They certify the results. This is in Wayne County, which is where Detroit is. Okay. Now, the 2 Republicans said they weren't going to certify it because of election irregularities. So the Democrats get them on a Zoom call and basically dox them, threaten their kids. This gets leaked to the internet. The Dems are like, if you do this, you, uses your real name, will be forever known to thousands of black people as having denied them the vote, and your kids that go to this school. I mean, it's just the most blatant shit you have ever seen. So the Republican electors signed and then turned around and said that they only signed under duress, which I don't know if you know, legally speaking, is a big fucking deal. Like if I put a gun against your head and tell you to sign a contract, you can sign it, but it's null and void because it was under duress. So the certification is now blocked again. Wait, I think this is Wayne. It's either Wayne County
You mean
or
they
Wisconsin.
signed the certification, as in they signed to say they will certify these votes, but it was under duress because of the fact that they were being doxxed and all of that, and so
Correct.
it's all null and void anyway, which is actually perfect because these Antifa types can never actually, if they go ahead and continue to make these sort of threats to any other counties and any other place, it's going to class as the same thing. So
yeah, that's a very, very good point. I mean, if the electors are willing to come out publicly about it, I can only assume that the Republicans are probably helping these poor people. Yeah, it's crazy. Some of the statistical anomalies are starting to come out. Trump actually tweeted about this today. One of the interesting things about the US election was that all of the data was basically streamed live through the New York Times, right? And all this data was publicly available.
yes,
And now thousands of math nerds and statistical scientists are basically poring over this data, and it's pretty janky. I'm not a statistical scientist, but it looks pretty janky to me. So yeah, it's still on. At the moment, I would actually give Trump like 50-50 chance of winning at this point simply through lawfare. I mean, the lefties hate to hear it. Like, oh my fucking God, I've just been told like, oh, Trump should concede. Oh, Chris, why are you still talking about this? And I'm like, okay, so you seriously think allegations of massive electoral fraud in the most powerful country in the world is somehow not newsworthy? Oh, you just love Trump. Dude, it's not that. I'd be reporting this in any other situation. This is big fucking news.
Yeah, let me. I do apologize, Christopher. Let me just bring in Chris Christ himself. Just want to confirm that this is who he is. He is before we get porn bombed.
I am who I am. Yeah.
As long as you're not porn bombing.
I just wanted to put I want to say, yeah, Chris is absolutely right. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to find this stream on your Pavlov or Banksy Styles live stream there, and I couldn't find it, so I just figured I'd be a complete dong and just jump on the second just to ask where it was, and also say that it's a strange one, this one. Sidney Powell, she's the girl to be watching, and it's a lot of the evidence, I think, that hopefully will be coming from her and her immediate team. And I'm getting a bit concerned because even Tucker Carlson was saying that he's wondering when this information is going to drop. And I understand they want to be careful in the the legal world. You don't want to let out things until you've got all your ducks in a row.
Yes.
But it certainly sounds like they're really, really putting a lot on the line here. And if they don't have this information, or if it's not as big as they say it is going to be, it's going to come back really hard on them, and they're probably going to be sued for professional misconduct. So I'm hoping that they've got exactly what they claim to have.
They never work again. They would never
never
work again. They would be so discredited.
Yeah. One thing I want to say that I've been listening to a lot of Steven Crowder. I don't know if you guys follow him, but he's been actually producing a lot of very interesting material about this election, and they have well over 200-300 signed affidavits of witnesses who have declared improprieties when it comes to the voting.
A lot of people.
Now, signed affidavits are legal. Like as if you're sworn in a court. You could be held for contempt of court. You could go to prison. So these people who've signed these affidavits, and it's at least 200 and some odd. I don't know the exact figure.
In Michigan, Crowder was referring to there are 200 to 300 just for Michigan. That does not take into account the other states. Giuliani said there were, quote, thousands. He did not specify an exact figure.
So we are talking, these people are putting themselves at the behest of perjury, going to prison for doing this. If these people are so nutty about Trump and they were willing to lie, this is what I'm trying to give the if you like the leftist media's sort of narrative, that these crazy conspiracy people are willing to go to prison for making these statements. Are they really willing to go to prison in order to
well, this is it. This
get
is
Trump to
so
win?
that thing there about. I mean, and Sidney Powell. She seems to be an extremely credible lawyer and a very. She's got a real pedigree in her profession, and her professional career has been an absolutely amazing one. And I don't think she's likely just to be making this up or trying to embellish in these legal cases that are coming up. Unless there's some heavy duty, reasonable evidence behind these claims, and she has made some absolutely incendiary claims, though. These are freaking massive, dude. So
no, exactly. And I should point out that although the mainstream media is reporting that many of Trump's court cases have been dismissed, quote, they are dropping like flies. According to Giuliani, all of these cases were started by private citizens, and most of them predated the election, and they were dismissed, in his opinion, correctly for lack of standing. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I presume that's an American legal term. Giuliani says that the actual Trump team only has 3 cases going, and that at the moment they have not gotten to the stage where they present evidence. So no one's actually seen this evidence. And again, Chris is right. Sidney Powell is the one to watch, and she is making some really incendiary claims. You don't make those kind of claims and then go before a judge without evidence. That would go very, very badly for you.
Well, she's opening herself up to a huge lawsuit if there's nothing there, It's her professional career will be in the toilet if she can't bring anything to this one.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's finished as any kind of serious lawyer. No one would ever then even dream of hiring her, as in her whole career is over.
The Democrats will be out for absolute blood on this one as well. They're going to punish. They will definitely be punishing her if nothing comes of this.
Exactly.
I just want you guys to just enjoy the stream there. I think the 3 of you is a great combination. Sorry, guys, where are you streaming to? Because I just want to listen in.
It's called Centrist Supremacy. Sorry, I was about to say Centrist Conspiracy. Centrist
Thank
Supremacy.
you so much for
look up Centrist.
Just to say that little bit.
At least this time you misspelled it's Centrist Conspiracy, not white supremacy.
I know. I keep getting one end of this whole name wrong. It's Centrist Supremacy. I'll post the link in the in the side chat here for
Chris,
you.
I have telegrammed you the link to the YouTube stream.
Oh, brilliant! Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy yourselves. I will listen in on the fantastic. See you maybe Sunday. Cheers.
Oh yes. There's a
Thanks for joining in.
A shit show unfolding on Sunday, potentially.
Oh yeah. We're not going to be there. Obviously, we won't be there. But I might see you at some Sunday because we're obviously not allowed to be there.
Obviously.
Marble Arch. I think we are legally allowed to go to Oxford Street and Marble Arch.
Okay.
Considering it's almost Christmas and some of us need to do some Christmas shopping, so maybe we'll bump into each other. You never.
Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe we will. Maybe yeah. I might just take a little walk.
It is not in any way predestinated or pre-arranged, in any shape or form.
No, of course not.
Free citizens, supposedly.
I won't be taking my walk. 10 miles up into London to do that? Yeah, but that's I always do this.
That's what.
Walk 10 miles.
I usually, that's what I do as well. I usually drive for 3 hours and then walk at Marble Arch.
Yeah, of course. Man. Why not? It's a beautiful arch, isn't it? Wonderful.
It is beautiful.
All that marble.
And
anyway,
the grass. And
take care, guys.
Take care. Have a good one, Chris.
Yeah, nice one. Cheers.
Take care.
Christ himself. Please.
Take care. Okay. So I mean, I was posting actually, or at least I had it on the visual side of things for the audience, and it's still actually up there. For the audience, this is a site called Raw Story. I'll be honest, I have no idea. I just googled Trump affidavits, and it is, in fact, it says Trump campaign mocked after releasing affidavits from poll watchers alleging election fraud. Right-wing media bubble induced ignorance. Overnight, the Trump campaign released 234 pages of what it says are affidavits from poll watchers who claim to have witnessed election fraud or other forms of alleged interference. they were quickly panned online. Here's a note. Here's a noted national security attorney slamming claims by the Trump campaign spokesperson Kylie McKinney. I'm gonna go with that. And RNC chair Rona McDaniel. And then it just goes into like surprising no one. These affidavits turn out to be a whole lot of nothing. Claims they weren't allowed to be as close to the counters as they wanted. Confusion about rescanning ballots, liberal bias, etc., etc. Okay, this is like a person who's slamming this. But then the thing is, why would they risk perjury by saying this?
Well, they wouldn't, for a start. But secondly, all of these affidavits presumably are the minor ones. No one, Giuliani actually addressed this. He said he could only release some of them. A lot of people were afraid and intimidated. And since none of them mention Dominion voting or any of that side of the case that Sidney Powell is working on, I would say these are probably the least explosive of the allegations. What I'm really looking forward to is when they get into court and they start addressing Dominion voting. Now, it should be pointed out, in Pennsylvania today, Dominion voting was offered a chance to speak with I think it was the state government, and clarify their position and, say everything's fine and they completely bailed. they just didn't show. The governor of Pennsylvania made a statement on this. I think I've got it somewhere. Let me dig it up before you guys.
Dominion voting. This is the people who run the machines, the voting machines.
Yes,
they didn't even show up to answer some of the questions.
They didn't. And just for the listeners, this is a complex interaction. I will try and compress this story down as much as I can. So Dominion voting systems are the actual voting machines. They run a software called Democracy Suite 5.0 that is made by a company called Smartmatic. Now, Smartmatic, honestly, this sounds so crazy, but it's true as far as I can tell, was founded by two Venezuelans close to Hugo Chavez. And according to Sidney Powell, they have an eyewitness whistleblower who says that it was expressly invented in order to rig elections for Chavez and Maduro and was then exported across the world. Big if true. But it should be noted that there has been concern over the integrity of the US electoral infrastructure for years. There used to be a company called Diebold. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it was notorious in hacker circles for just how badly secured it was. People used to show up at hacker shows with, Diebold voting machines and just show how piss poor they were. They were a running joke. And then they got bought out by Dominion. It's all very, very incestuous. And I'm not surprised that the Dominion people didn't show up, because I reckon there's a good chance they could have been arrested. To be perfectly frank. I mean, these are very, very serious charges. I mean, also of interest probably is that Giuliani expressly said that Soros was involved in this. Now, this raises a very, very interesting question. If George Soros gets done for interfering in a US election, like if there is actual proof, then he's going to have to flee to China. Presumably, there won't be anywhere in the West that will be safe. I mean, that is some top tier fuckery right there.
Absolutely, yeah. So,
the stakes are high. The stakes are very high.
Well, this is what I mean. I mean, you would think these guys would know better than to put literally everything on the line for this. I mean, they're not just doing something that would be that they could recover from fairly easily.
There is actually a good reason for that, Banksy. Tell me to shut up if I'm talking too much, but there has been so many developments over the last 24 to 48 hours. It is crazy. Okay, so one of the things that you've got to understand is that, number one, the Democratic leadership are very, very desperate. If Trump does win again, there's a good chance a lot of them will go to jail. A lot of them will be fired. Their Chinese backers will be very, very annoyed and may indeed release blackmail material that they have on them. I believe there is good evidence based on what I have read that significant parts of the American government are compromised by the Chinese in form of blackmail material. What happened with Hunter Biden, I think, is a very, very good example of this, right? So they're really desperate. Apparently, the second thing that happened, right, was that the cheating mechanism they were using fucked up. Okay, so check this. One of the features, quote unquote, of Smartmatic is that apparently you can plug an algorithm in it that will flip votes in very, very small numbers in all these different counties. Okay, so it won't really be noticeable in any one place, right? But by the end, apparently the target is to make sure that the person you want to win has at least 3% on the other candidate, because 3% is considered large enough to guarantee a win, but not so large that anyone will ask questions. Everyone will be like, it's close, but, we accept the outcome. Apparently, Trump broke the algorithm. So many people voted for him that they couldn't make it up by just doing this small salami slicing thing. And that's why they had to bring in a whole bunch of ballots at like 4:30 a.m. There are a number of reports of ballots being brought in by truck, unmarked ballots. I've even heard a rumor that there was a crime boss in, I think, Philadelphia, who was literally paid to just churn out ballots. And he has said that if Trump gives him a pardon, he will roll on the people that paid him. I mean, yeah, I know. It's insane. So it looks like really the Dems have gone all out in a massively desperate move of the kind that you would only really expect from people if their entire lives were on the line. So probably from their point of view, since if they lose, they're completely screwed, why not go balls to the wall? What's the worst that can happen? You can only jail somebody once for life, like after the 20th felony or whatever, it all becomes
unless they escape.
Unless they escape.
Well, I guess that's a possibility. I don't know, man. Again, they'd have to escape to China, or I guess Iran, maybe Russia. Most
likely China. Iran.
Most likely China.
I'd say Iran and Russia still have considerable, links to the West, and they need the West a lot more than China needs the West.
Well,
China,
I think if they fled to Russia, the Russians would probably sell them back.
No, but that's possible. Look, you know what I think about Russia. I'm not a huge fan of the country. Especially the leadership itself, of the way it rules the people with an iron fist. But I think Russia is much closer to the West than China. Despite all the criticisms I give, China is on a whole nother level of authoritarianism to Russia. It's like a whole level, many levels further, I would say. So I'd say China is definitively where they're going to run away. Not even man, because in Iran the Americans can still get them. In China, the American troops can never get them in China. It's the only place where they will be completely safe.
Snowden is in Russia right now. They haven't been able to get to Snowden. But then again, maybe they're not really out to get Snowden the way people think they are. Maybe a lot of that is more hype than fact. But we'll see.
Also, it's one guy. It's not like many people of a whole group.
Guys, we've got a gentleman by the name of Tiger. Let's see if this is the real Tiger. Yeah, it is. He's cammed up.
Yo, Tiger, what's up, man?
It's him.
The nudist. Oh, he's not nude today.
He's not sexy. He's not doing the sexy Tiger show today.
Yeah. What? Oh, come on, Tiger. I paid for your OnlyFans.
Did the actual PayPal and clear for the OnlyFans account, or is it the Patreon? I don't know how these things work.
All of them, man. Look, honestly, on my premium Snapchat, you can get like a clip of my bum hole.
I'm still waiting
on Snapchat.
Wow.
So there's a premium Snapchat.
Yeah, like waxed and bleached.
Is it?
Oh,
Just,
no. That's it.
how close up are we?
This is not
talking about? Should I not be discussing this here right now?
Guys, come now.
What
This
do I
is
get
not
for my money?
This is not Banksy style. This is not Banksy style.
That's true. This is a
Come on,
highbrow.
Pavlov, don't fear the butt.
This is a highbrow show. This is not the
Is it?
Wasteman show, and this is Centrist Supremacy.
Oh,
We're on a
okay, sorry.
much
It's like,
higher
look,
level.
it's like the top
Look,
tier
no.
of waste. man.
Exactly.
The top tier of
exactly.
waste.
We're like respect level.
Well, I'm saying it. No, hold on a minute. No, you gotta do that. You got it right. You got it right.
We're a
okay.
family fam.
All I'm saying, yeah. It was 100 years. It was 200 years. It was 300 years. It was 400 years, blood.
Fucking respect, man.
Shit.
So this is a wannabe intellectual channel, you know,
Yes.
where we act like they're intellectuals.
Pseudo intellectual is the word that you're looking for there.
Exactly.
We're pretending. Okay, sorry, Chris.
Let's go back to the
yeah.
election.
We were still on the Trump fraud thing. Actually, Tiger, I know you're sort of you know, I guess you would be a centrist, really, if anything, because you know you're occasionally you're conservative, occasionally you're liberal. What are your thoughts on the whole Trump and the 2020 election issues? Is there anything on the fraud, potential fraud claims, and all the rest?
So I mean, from day one, when he said a lot of pretty dodgy things, and he, even before he became president, he's done some weird stuff in the past. Now, I used to support Donald Trump, and I think he had 4 years. He had 4 years to, be everyone's president. And okay, Korea, he did well. Unemployment, he did well. He could have really rallied America. It wasn't his fault that Corona happened, and I don't know the full details of whether he should have shut down early, but he just, because obviously the stability of the economy of the United States, like that had to be put first. And I don't. It's not fair to kind of blame Corona on him, but he was given a really bad hand.
You're absolutely right. I mean, he did actually start shutting down movement from China much earlier than anyone else, and he was called racist for it. Nancy Pelosi went to the Chinese New Year party in I don't know where it was, in some city in America.
In her Native American headgear.
No. This was Chinese New Year. She went to the Chinese New Year party, hugging and kissing and dancing with the Chinese, saying, "No, don't listen to this racist president. It's perfectly fine." It's literally like on video.
Yeah, like the fact that he did call it the Chinese virus, I do respect him for that, because he just straight up no, they did this. They're dickheads, and they are dickheads. I don't want to go on some anti-Chinese rant, but yeah, I mean, but
the government is perfectly fine to call them dickheads. I mean, the people, I love Chinese people. I love Chinese culture. I again, a lot of sort of my martial arts and all of that associations with Chinese and Japanese. I love those cultures. But yeah, exactly, the Karate Kid.
The
CCP.
Yeah,
the Chinese Communist Party is the issue. It's not the Chinese people. It is the Communist Party of China. They are the fucking uber dickheads.
The Chinese people themselves hate them.
Oh yeah, like the thing is about Trump losing. In my opinion, and I'm sorry, you guys are going to disagree. It's just like, look at that debate, and I'm sorry, he said all that, and all you heard was about the race. It's just it was the whole condemn white supremacy, and then he's like, well, who am I condemning? You gotta, who do I have to condemn? And he's like, stand back and just go, yeah, no, fuck white supremacists. I don't like them. They're not true Americans. They're just a bunch of dumb fanatics. Fuck all extremists in the United States. Islamic extremists, communists, anarchists, call them all out. But he didn't do it, and he should have, and that's where he kind of lost me. Also, the shit he did in Ukraine was definitely illegal.
You're talking about Biden.
You're talking about Biden, right?
No. The fact that Donald Trump. Well, I don't know all about Biden, but no.
Biden was the one who did the dodgy deals with his son in Ukraine. Yeah,
he said
whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Hunter.
Biden, yeah,
his name is
Hunter. When he did cocaine. No, but I heard that Donald Trump said, "Hey, give me this dirt on Joe Biden." or I'm going to refuse your country's aid. Sorry, I don't mean to bring you into this, Pavlo. And that's where I was sort of like, mate, that's not professional. And
I didn't
Yeah,
realize. I didn't know.
Tiger, like I have heard this rumor and I have not seen any conclusive evidence for it. I have, however, seen conclusive evidence from the Ukrainian prosecutor's office and from Biden's own mouth that he threatened to hold up $1 billion in loan guarantees if they did not remove the current Ukrainian prosecutor who was investigating Burisma. Now, you might know that it's like a serious tactic from Saul Alinsky, that you always blame your enemy of what you are doing. Thus, when your enemy turns around and accuses you of doing it, people will be like, oh, yeah, you're just saying that because they said it about you. It's actually a devastatingly effective tactic, as is, might I add, the charge of racism, which is now being used to explain voter fraud, of course. It is just simply a rhetorical device to shut people down and to get them to do what you want. So, sorry, go on.
Yeah, do you think it was fraudulent? Do you think that there was dodgy dealings done in the election?
I don't really know. I would have to wait to see some evidence in court. There is certainly a prima facie case to answer. So there is definitely some evidence. There are definitely a lot of allegations, and these allegations are being made by some pretty fucking serious people. So to say that it's all nothing it's just incorrect. These are things that are definitely going to go to court, and they'll probably go all the way to the Supreme Court. Yeah. And I will be watching probably obsessively because, I mean, this is the fucking hugest story ever. There are allegations that it was backed by China. There are allegations that a data server in Germany was the ultimate recipient of the vote counts and that they were changed there. I mean, so I've got no idea what's really true at this point in time. We'll have to wait until it goes to court.
Let me drop in my 2 cents on this. Exactly what you said, Christopher. My thought on this is, and I think this is going to disappoint Trump supporters, but I think that there is definitely improprieties, and I think some of this will be exposed in these court hearings, but I don't think they will give the presidency to Trump. I think the courts will they will claim that there was a few thousand or a few hundred, but eventually the numbers will not tally enough to give it to Trump. I think eventually, because they've set this up for 4 years. They've had 4 years to make sure Donald Trump doesn't get reelected. And I'm telling you, by hook or by crook, they will take it away from him. And that's my prediction. My prediction is come January, Biden will be inaugurated.
Well, they are certainly going to try, although there have already been, as I was detailing before, a number of votes rescinded and a number of counties not certifying. So, I don't know. I'm not quite so confident. I have actually taken a bet with someone who holds the same position as you that things will remain unchanged. I think it is highly unlikely, actually, that nothing changes. A couple of states might flip for Trump because of irregularities, or there is the other possibility. So if there is, in the Constitution, if there is widespread allegations of voter fraud, or somebody in Congress or the Senate certifies that the elections cannot be trusted, there is a fallback technique for picking the president. And the way this works is that you get the US House of Representatives, and every state, I think, gets 2 people who are like the head of that state's Congress, something like that. And then they do like a mass vote. But it turns out that when you do it like that, there are more Republican states than there are Democrat states, which means that were that to happen, Trump would be elected by the Congress. But if he does win through lawfare or anything that can be seen by shenanigans, in fact, both sides have this problem. American democracy has suffered a massive blow of legitimacy, no doubt to the delight of the Communist Party, who are always saying, oh, democracy is so messy. Aren't you so glad you have someone tell you what to do? Apologies for the terrible accent.
It's not just the communists. It's not just the communists who hate democracy in the US.
Yo, guys.
I'm talking about the CCP,
the
Chinese.
Real quick.
The Chinese. All right, sorry.
Yes.
One second. So Tiger said that Trump didn't denounce white supremacy. He didn't denounce racism.
And on the debate.
Right, Tiger. He denounced it so many times, and I said
On the debate.
videos. I don't know. I didn't watch the debate.
Okay,
He
so
denounced it lots of times.
It's the one.
Now,
So-
whether
so-
he denounced it, hold on. Whether he denounced it or not in the debate is irrelevant, because he denounced it so many times. Like, how many times did he actually have to denounce it? It's like you keep
So-
asking the same question that he already answered. Does he actually need to give an answer every single time? It's a deviation tactic. You keep
Yeah.
asking the same question. For example, Muslims sometimes ask me, "Are you sure that you exist?" I answer them, "Yes, I'm sure of it." But they don't understand the actual answer, because the answer is, I'm sure that I exist, but the way that I see myself is not perfect. It's not the absolute truth. I can't perceive the absolute truth, but I am sure that I exist. I am sure of what I see. But just because I'm certain of something doesn't make it true. That's the actual answer. They don't understand, so they keep asking the same question that I've already answered many times. Are you sure you exist? Are you sure you exist? Are you sure you exist? You know what I mean? It's a deviation tactic.
So I'm gonna just give you my response. So the problem is like it was pretty clear that he even if you said it this many times, and the problem is I don't think that Donald Trump is a white nationalist. I don't think he's a white supremacist. I think that the problem is he's continuously tried to lean to them, try to dangle things in front of them to try and get that vote, even though they'll definitely vote for him either way. I think that's an inappropriate thing to do. I don't think you should ever do that. And in terms of, did white nationalists think of it as a thing, saying they're going to try and steal the vote, so stand back and stand by? If you look at Elron's video, Elron, a renowned white nationalist, white supremacist who won't even condemn Hitler, saw it that way, as yes, Donald Trump wants us to take up arms. So that's kind of the problem, and that's my problem with Trump, right? I don't care if you've done it just one. Then if you've done it 199 times, you should be easily able to do it 100 times.
Look,
Right?
Tiger,
And it's just for a president to do that is very unprofessional and inappropriate.
But the thing
Sure,
is,
sure. Look,
hold on.
hold on.
Let me just get this point
Okay,
before
go on,
I
go on.
forget. The problem is, Tiger, it's almost like asking Obama, were you born in the United States? Were you born in the United States? Were you born in the United States? It's like how many times does Obama have to go, yes, I was born in Hawaii? I mean, I'm sure after even when he did publicly release, I think, his birth certificate and whatnot, people were still questioning Donald Trump. If I was one of the leading people who was still questioning it, but yet there comes a time in which I'm sure Obama was like, F these people. I'm not going to answer this question anymore. This is nonsense. I've answered it a bunch of times. They don't want to accept it, so who cares whether they ask it 1,000 times more, because I'm just going to stop answering it.
Plus, it's a rhetorical device to hijack
there's one more
the
thing.
conversation.
There's
Exactly.
there's a big difference between someone asking if you were born in the United States and someone asking if you condemn.
No.
They condemn extremist groups within the United States. Consider the fact that extremist groups are on the all-time rise, and they're very much a serious threat today. Yeah, Islamic extremism exists. Yeah, communism exists. But it's just like, you got to be everyone's president, and he had 4 years to simply change his ways and become everyone's president. He didn't do that, right? For a very long time, I really wanted to like Trump. But Donald Trump kept saying dumb shit, and I just couldn't excuse it.
I guess we'll have to go into our big disagreements again, but that's all right.
Yeah.
No. I mean, it's just
We
I'm
just have
thinking.
to do it. No,
that-
hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish on this one, because I know exactly how to answer this allegation. This is a bullshit allegation that I've heard so many times that it's kind of just like a joke, like an overused joke at this point. Look, one thing is for a president or a leader to be endorsed by hateful groups because they make the conclusion that he might be with them, or he supports them, or he does whatever. It happens all the time. Like, all the time. There will be some hate group that will misrepresent a certain leader. It will always happen. A completely different thing is if the leader directly supports and directly shows support and his cheers on a hateful, violent group, and spread stupid information and keep saying stupid things that sometimes are pretty racist. And that's what Joe Biden did. Joe Biden said that if you vote for Trump and you're a black man, you're not actually. Joe Biden said that he created the most extensive and inclusive fraud organization in the history of the United States. Joe Biden said Joe Biden said that Antifa is just an idea. Joe Biden supported BLM. Joe Biden supported Antifa. Joe Biden supported neo-Marxist groups. What the hell are we talking about here? Joe Biden openly supported hateful, violent, and simply retarded groups of the far left, and so onward. Trump never showed any support for them, but for some reason we're going after Trump because one of the millions of times that he said that he
on the presidential debate.
It doesn't matter.
You know what I mean? Like, I get he said nice things about black. I get he said nice things about black people in the past, right? And when he said, you know, black people did build this country, I've seen those videos and I respect that, right? But overall, on the main debate, and someone goes, "Hey, will you condemn whites?" And he just didn't. He refused to answer the question, and then he did something that Pavlo. Look, I'm sorry. He did something that Pavlo, a white nationalist that both of us know, saw it as him winking to white nationalists. It's not professional. Now, in terms of Joe Biden, no, I don't really love Joe Biden either. But I don't really have much love for him. But there is, and I know we're gonna open up a massive can of this, but look, there's a big difference between Black Lives Matter and Antifa and Nazis, right?
Oh,
there is a big fucking difference.
Oh, come on!
No, a big mate. Look. If you're talking about the Hebrew,
he's right. He's right. There is a big difference because Nazis aren't marching around the streets attacking people. Antifa is.
No. But they're around. They exist. And yeah, you're right. They're not marching around. No. You're right. Yeah. They're not marching around. And I'm sorry, because now we've got into a race debate. They're not marching around the streets. They're going into churches and killing people. They're going into synagogues and killing people. They're going into mosques and killing people. We've been on live streams with them, Pavlo. How can you straight up pretend as if it's not a serious problem? Now, in terms of Black Lives Matter, I condemn all violence.
They have no power.
Can I finish? I condemn all violence, all anti-white propaganda that Black Lives Matter preaches. I condemn all violence that Antifa have preached. I've debated members of Antifa. I don't agree with them, but they're not going to kill anyone because of the color of their skin. There is a big difference between these groups. No, they're not going to kill everyone because of the color of their skin.
Okay, Tiger. What's worse, killing someone because of the color of their skin, or killing someone because of a cap that they wore?
Who has Antifa killed?
Well, okay. First of all, there have been people that have been killed because there was that guy after that young man in I don't know, he shot like 2 people.
Rittenhouse.
His name, Kyle
Rittenhouse.
or something. Yeah.
Rittenhouse.
Then the following day or a few days later, someone got killed by supposedly an Antifa guy because he was supporting Trump. But that's not even the point. I don't even care if Antifa never killed anyone. They have beaten the living crap out of people. They're just lucky no one has died because of the head injuries that these people have inflicted upon.
Perhaps we should also
people.
mention the over $2 billion in property damage from fires and riots in mostly poor black neighborhoods.
Well,
right?
I mean, that's a combination
Those are
of
going to
BLM and
affect
Antifa.
poor people the most, which is why I find this whole idea that they're doing it for poor black people just completely ridiculous.
So those fires and those destructions were caused by rioters that I 100% condemn. Now, in terms of when people try to say that Black Lives Matter are some organization that just riot and destroy and loot things, like 7% of all of those actual marches and stuff, only 7% of them were violent. So I'm sorry, this doesn't sound like a very I'm not a big fan of debated against these Black Lives Matter types. A lot of them are idiots. But
dude, that's a terrible point, right? So only 7% of the protests were violent riots. Well, if they were peaceful, it would be 0%, right? These riots didn't just happen organically or magically. They were directed. I have watched hours and hours and hours of this footage. And let's also not forget what went down in Portland, where Antifa basically besieged a police station for I think it was 150 plus days. It might still be going on. Over 40 officers have been injured, at least I think 6 of them blinded by lasers. They tried to set the police precinct on fire with people inside it. It is a miracle that no one died. I mean,
but no one did die. So look, obviously, yeah. Look, I'm not saying that these people are great, but trying to act like they're as bad as the Nazis that Joe Biden won't condemn is sorry. If they're as bad as the Nazis that Donald Trump won't condemn is not true. Like, look, and like you guys said, barely anyone died. A few people got hurt. Only 7% of those actual marches were actually violent.
Should we wait until someone dies? I mean, if this was the same, I mean, do we?
But I'm not going to stand here. I can't stand here honestly and tell you as if they're just as bad as each other when they're not. I've spoken to Antifa. They're ignorant, dumb communists. But I've spoken to these white nationalists, and they are far worse. I've read their books, and they are far worse. They are honestly. You haven't really seen the true face of white nationalism.
Tiger. It doesn't matter what they say. What matters is what they do. If people say the worst of shit in the world, they say, I'm going to kill, I'm going to rape, I'm going to destroy, whatever.
I'm talking about what they do.
And they never, ever do anything like that. They are less of a threat than the people who say less, but do more. But actually do go out there and kill and rape.
Like Dylan Roof.
I just sent a video. I just sent a video.
Like
right
they
now.
do.
I just sent a video. Dude, Tiger, what are you talking about?
It's not about what they say, it's about what they do.
What have been the last incidents in America? It was all perpetrated by BLM and Antifa. All of them.
7%. 7%. And barely anyone died. It's just like, look, just so we're clear.
I heard this before. This is a bullshit argument again. How many % of Muslims are jihadis?
What's this got to do with Muslims? We're talking. We're making a comparison. We're making a comparison to are white nationalists as bad as Black Lives Matter or Antifa?
Go for the Muslims. What % of people who live in the place where ISIS is are actual jihadis? What % of them actually kill people?
Well, Islamic State doesn't exist anymore. Maybe.
But I can see where he's going. He's saying basically, if you actually took the numbers of how many terrorist attacks have actually killed people, then and how many Muslims there are in the world, like let's say there's the magic number of 1.5 billion. Well, if you actually take the ratio, you will find there's a tiny percentage of Muslims who actually kill people. But that doesn't diminish the significance of Islamic terrorism around the world.
Yeah.
So it's in the same light. It's just because the Antifa guys haven't killed anyone yet. And that is, I think, out of just blind luck at the moment with the kind of things that they do.
Actually, just
so we need to all right.
Well,
so
haven't killed that many people yet.
We need to do it on.
It's just luck. Yeah. It's not.
We need to. All right.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
We need to do this on spectrum. So there is people like liberals and leftists and people on the left, and then there's Antifa. So it's like there's Islam, there's like the moderate Muslims, and then there's the conservative Muslims, and then there's the Wahhabi far right Islamic extremists throw the gays off of the roofs, right? So Antifa are the worst of the left, and they'll say they are the worst. And this is the worst that the left has managed to do: burn some buildings and hurt some people. And I condemn their actions. But when we compare their worst to the worst of the far right, they've actually killed people. We've spoken to them.
When?
Well, he's talking about Christchurch. He's talking about Dylan Roof. I guess they're coupling all of them
Antifa has
together.
also killed people. BLM have also killed people. It's up to about 30 now, apparently. Now, look, the thing is this. The right, when they go crazy, they tend to do these lone wolf attacks like Christchurch and stuff like that. They don't tend to attack en masse, unlike Antifa, who do attack en masse. So it is a kind of open question to ask whether these killings are just random crazy individuals who happen to subscribe to that idea. If all of, say, the Proud Boys turned up at once and started shooting into a crowd and massacred like 300 people as a group, I would find that argument much more persuasive. But Antifa acts as a group, not just as one guy going crazy.
Yeah, so that's a very good point. The thing is the terrorist attacks that we've seen from white nationalists have been, you're right, there have been one guy. Now, white nationalists, they use this term where they say, oh, you haven't seen our power level yet. You haven't seen our real numbers. You don't know what we're capable of. Now, we haven't seen a properly surgically like far-right terrorist attack. Organized. I guarantee within the next 4 years, we're going to see a lot more of them because of the election. and they're brewing. A guy called Stella, cool guy, really cool guy. He said that he wanted all red states to secede, right? The Civil War thing is very maybe I'm going paranoid because I read the Turner Diaries and I can see this as these people as a genuine threat, and the things that they've seen and the fucking things I've fucking got, like, not recordings, but I've got timestamps and I've got evidence to show.
Oh yeah, look, don't get me wrong, Tiger. I'm not saying that the right is not a threat, right? I mean, only a freaking idiot would say that. What I'm saying is that at the moment, so far, right, we have not seen them act en masse. And I think you're right. I think when they do act en masse, it will be very dangerous. But the left, I guess, did the mobilization first. Yeah, I mean, regardless of who wins the election, if Trump manages to pull it off, or if Biden clinches it, there are going to be a whole lot of pissed off people on either side. America is essentially a land of two narratives at the moment, and these narratives are mutually exclusive. They cannot coexist.
Yeah. I mean, just so we're clear, I think Rittenhouse, that guy, he shouldn't have been at that march. He said he was defending a business. He should have been on a rooftop of the business that he was defending. But I do sympathize with him. But I think he went about it the wrong way. But I don't want to.
He should have gotten beaten to death, man.
So I condemn, like I said, I condemn all violence, Black Lives Matter and all Antifa. Right, I condemn it, and I've said this several times. Yeah, I didn't tell him. I didn't say stand back and stand by.
Tiger. You can say that you look. I'll give you an example. You can say you're not a murderer all your life. You can keep saying it without stopping ever, and keep killing people as you're saying I'm not a murderer. It doesn't matter what you say, because you're siding with the people who are doing the damage. With the people who are
I've not sided with them.
Killing, destroying. That's who you're siding with.
Pablo, you're misunderstanding, right? I do not side. I'm not Pablo. I'm not siding with them. I'm simply saying that they are not as bad as the far right, and I'm saying that
they're worse. They are worse. You're saying what the far right might be in the future. Yeah, I'm very well aware.
What they are, what we've seen so far, Christchurch, Pittsburgh, Dylan Roof. That was Ralph even said it himself. He said Christchurch was target practice. Right? These people are up to something, and there are so many different white nationalist hate groups, and you should be worried. In the next 4 years, we're going to see a scary surge in white nationalist terrorist attacks. I guarantee.
Look, Tiger,
you've been on their streams.
For some reason, most of the violence perpetrated in London lately has been by pro-lockdown people against anti-lockdown people. The violence. It wasn't right. It wasn't left, it wasn't Muslims, it wasn't anyone, it was pro-lockdown people attacking anti-lockdown people. It wasn't it was a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
So where's the far right? It's not a threat compared to the rest.
So yeah, I'm not sure about that, Pablo. I think they are a threat. I agree with Tiger on this, and I think there will be.
They're not a threat. Look, you need to listen to the context. The far right is a threat, but it's not a threat if you compare it to the far left. The far right,
not so far.
The far right doesn't have a platform where they can easily, and openly demean other races, other ethnic
groups.
Right
reaction isn't a platform.
It's right reaction.
They just got banned from YouTube, man. I mean,
what right reaction got banned from YouTube?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, for a week.
It's nothing.
Look.
Sorry, guys. Hold on. This makes a lot of sense now, because today Ralph posted something on Twitter in regards to some sort of Nazi reference. I'll be honest, I didn't really read it. I just saw Nazi flags and I was like, and then I just retweeted it to Twitter and to Steve Atheist, because Steve Atheist got banned from Twitter for some, guideline violation. Well, he's back now, but he appealed it and he's back. But what I mean is, I tweeted to Twitter saying, how is it that this is on Twitter, like the Nazi flags and all that, and Steve Atheist gets banned? And then Ralph replied, this was anti-fascist, you don't know what you're doing. And then he blocked me from Twitter. I have never been blocked by anyone from Twitter before.
Ralph blocked you?
Yeah.
Oh my
gosh, you seem to be remarkably resilient to social media banning. I'm surprised.
You see, this is exactly what I'm telling you. The far right is getting squashed every time they gain a little bit, the minutest bit of power. The far left It's just fucking rampant all around the place. Nobody's stopping them because it's hate speech to stop them, to speak against them. You get beaten up. You get beaten if you try to speak against them. Do you understand the difference here?
I suppose.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
look, the
I think
left wingers do get a lot
Yeah.
more leeway with the media and social media. I
Mm.
mean, there are feminists who can say, "I hate men. I want to kill all men." Nothing happens to them, and yet you say one
do you
thing
really
about
care
feminism,
though? Like,
you're screwed.
yeah.
I care about the anti-white stuff. Yeah, I really do actually. Like,
Yeah. No,
especially
I mean the
all the kill all whitey shit is
Yeah, no,
really
that's
starting to
not
bug
on
me,
here.
actually, as a matter of fact.
That's a little bit like.
You know, white people aren't good at anything. Do white people even really have a culture? Like, should they just maybe just all go fuck off and die in a
So,
ditch somewhere?
I
Yeah, it
condemn
feels
all
bad,
of that.
man.
So I condemn all of that, and I've been in, you know, people call me an Uncle Tom because I say stop blaming white people for your problems. But like, yeah, no, but so I'm not trying to misrepresent you.
What do you mean Ralph streams? Because they call me a liberal. For them, I'm a fucking liberal or whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, to
to
them you're a dirty Ukrainian, so I don't think they even see you as white.
No, some of them do, some of them don't. It's like a division between different people there. Some of them are more open to me, some of them are more close, some of them hate my guts. You know, some of them told me I deserve to get beaten up. Kind of like the Muslims on the comments, yeah. And like the followers of Overkill. You know, we got
What? Why are there no comments on the stream?
What do you mean?
stream?
There are plenty.
Well,
Okay.
this
They're
is
on the
what-
YouTube. They're on the YouTube.
Are you talking about YouTube?
Get
YouTube.
another window open with
If you-
YouTube
if
in
you
it.
open
Just stop the video.
Centrist
You can see
Supremacy,
the chat.
Are you on
Okay.
Centrist Supremacy? That's the channel that we're
Yeah,
on.
Tiger, look, it's because Banksy doesn't show them. I usually show the comments.
What do you mean?
Banksy
Of
does.
course I show them.
No,
No, you
that's
don't.
not what I
Actually,
do.
the YouTube
Hold on,
comments
hold on.
are.
I highlight them. Exactly, like I highlight them. I click the comment, and it shows up in the bottom of the screen, right? You don't do that, so it doesn't show.
Oh, that
there.
highlighting
Doesn't really
business. No, that's because the way I run, the way I'm running this StreamYard,
Yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah.
work because it's
Yeah.
not connected to the actual YouTube channel, so
Yeah.
it won't bring up
Oh,
those highlighted
alright.
messages. Business.
Banksy, why can't I see your face? I can see it on the live stream, but I can't see it on the thing.
Yeah, because I can't
again, it's
run.
the
I
same
can't do both cameras. I can only run the live stream cameras because it's running through OBS, and if I go live on this one, it'll mess up the camera business. So I can only go live. I can only show my face on the cameras.
Yeah.
But the audience, the point is, the audience sees all of us and all our faces.
Yeah.
And it's just the way it is. It's the OBS thing. I can only go, produce one camera in one thing. Now I can either show myself on StreamYard or I can show myself on the OBS side. But the OBS side is I've got the green screen. Dude, I've got a lot of shit going on, okay? It's just
No, that's cool.
take
That's
it.
cool.
Just take it as it is. There's a lot of shit happening behind me.
Yeah, no, I looked at it and it's like you with your glasses.
Yes, exactly. Yo. I tweeted Atheist Steve, and Atheist Steve has joined us, boys and girls. Now let's make sure it is Atheist Steve and not some porn bomber who's going to show us his dingaling.
Oh, I'm gonna get his cuck out.
Big up,
Like
Atheist
Omerville.
Steve. Is that Mr. Steve himself?
It is.
Oh, all right. It is Mr. Steve.
Hi there. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Steve.
Hello, Steve. How are you, sir?
It's
I
Mr.
tweeted
Steve
you.
indeed.
It is the honourable.
I'm very good. A little bit,
Gentlemen.
a little missing Twitter, but
Oh, so you're still not back on Twitter then?
So yeah, apparently. Well, I think to you guys, to other people, it appears that I'm now back online. But from my end, I still can't get in.
So you mean you can't
So
actually?
even though I've
post-
had a message a few hours ago now saying that no, I can't do anything. I can't even see. I can't even look at tweets.
So how-
Normally, when you're suspended, you can still go and look in. You just can't do anything. But I can't even go into the account.
Wait, sorry, what were you banned for?
All because. So, I put out a tweet, and literally within seconds of putting out this tweet, I was instantly suspended. and it was a tweet about the British guy, I forget his name now, the British Lord, who apparently is behind the Dominion company, the company that's behind the dodgy voting system that's been used in America.
The electronic voting
so I
machine.
tweeted about
Lord, what's
that,
his name?
and then I mentioned Soros as well.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh, you
and
hit a lot of
literally
buttons
within
at once.
seconds. And when you're suspended, they don't even tell you why you're suspended or what the tweet was. So I appealed it, and then upon appeal, they told me that it was that tweet. And actually, a friend of mine copied my tweet word for word and put it out, and he actually counted. He was suspended within 11 seconds of putting the same tweet out.
Damn,
Wow.
they've got those algorithms running
in
hard.
the email that's so in the email that I got a few hours ago saying that my appeal had been successful, it said it had been done in error. Well, that error was clearly repeated on this other account
Error,
hours
my
later.
I would actually be willing to do that if you give me the exact wording. I'm willing to put that to the test. I'm not that attached to Twitter, believe it or not. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean,
not exactly.
I got a 12-hour suspension, so it's it's not the end of the world. But I've seen other people. I think Gerard Batten put out a tweet about the same British lord, but didn't mention George Soros. So I'm therefore assuming that it's the George Soros mention that got me instantly suspended. You know, how sinister is that, guys?
Interesting.
No, they'll let you tweet it now. What they generally do is try and suppress things from going viral by interrupting their share count, so make sure they don't ever get to trending,
Right.
Yes.
and thus sort of isolate information like that to the crazy alt-right people who listen to Alex Jones kind of thing.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, that you won't get any organic sort of growth. You will only get the ones that people retweet or share or recommend or whatever it is. This is exactly what YouTube has been doing for years, actually. I think Pavlov, you were the one who said you watched one of my videos, the one that I did the interview with Joe from Online Wife, and you're like, I can't believe this has only got 300 views. Yes, because it gets no organic traffic whatsoever. It's like if people don't literally pass it on to other people, it just won't come up on other people's like recommended or anything.
I mean, yeah. Look, you have on the channel that you made that. I think 2,000 plus subscribers. Online Wipe has like what, 5,000 more than that.
Yeah, but he brings in a lot of
He's
views.
got 7,000.
And the video with those two people with thousands of subscribers gets 300 views. Like, what the hell? It's like my channel kind of views, and my channel is very small.
The thing is,
Yours are
it's kind of like they want you to they want to discourage people to just slowly drop off, because you guys, any of you who've made videos or are active on YouTube, you know how much effort and work sometimes it goes into. I mean, I've spent literally 7 to 8 hours on a single video, sometimes 3-4 days on video, especially animated videos. Animated videos take even longer, and then you get 300 views, 400 views. You're like, I spent 7 hours of my life in a chair. I could have done anything else.
But it's about creating it's about creating a good video, though. It's not about the publicity. Like, I mean, if you
come on, Tiger,
No,
you
it is.
don't
Look.
seriously believe in that.
Tiger,
no, of course I do. Look, it's about I make. By the way, you got to make your videos satirical, so they're not too. If they're too political, then YouTube is gonna be like, no, not those guys. They're just another like political YouTuber. Like mine is like partly educational and partly satirical. So that even though they don't get any fucking views, but like, so one video I can't upload. It's really difficult, but like that's what you gotta do. It's like, look, like you're not gonna enjoy yourself unless you make videos that you like. Like I make videos that I find funny, or that Pablo finds funny. If Pablo doesn't find it funny, then I've failed, right?
Oh,
No, like,
but not all of us want to do content like
Your
that.
main audience.
Tiger, I agree with everything you said. It's the most important thing is for you to like what you're doing. If you don't like it, then there's no point. There's no fucking hate the shit. No, but you're completely right, man. I'm not disagreeing with that. But the truth of the matter is that, especially in these days, and especially for people who are investing time and resources into making the videos, the very least that they are willing, that they want to get from it is some views. Some people who will watch it, who appreciate it. Maybe they'll like it, maybe they'll hate it, whatever. But
You know what you do? So
your work is important.
go to a video, go to something that's similar to the kind of content you make, and then troll people and fuck you, and then put your YouTube video under every other every other popular thing, and then someone will eventually click on it and then watch it. So I mean that's what I do. I mean that's and if you piss someone off enough, they'll try and go to your channel and like start and say some shit. Maybe they'll take your video and show it to their arsehole friends.
That's exactly what's going on, man, with me and Overkill.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Overkill. To be honest with you, Overkill is giving you some good free publicity. I don't.
Oh
see
yeah.
that
Oh
as
yeah. I told them. The funny thing is, I told them. Bro, and look, this is the difference between us, because I can take hate. No problem. No problem. You can say whatever you want to me online. I don't give a shit. Unless it's fucking threats. When it's threats, the police might get involved, because that's serious business, man. Like, I never threaten people. But look, the funny thing is, he got his nutters to go on my videos and dislike them. And I was like, and it's kind of annoying, but whatever. I don't give a shit. Then he made a video literally trying to dox me, trying to share my social media on his video. Fucking showing the my account on one of the acting websites, which long ago I said I do acting sometimes. I mean, not now with COVID, but I did acting sometimes. I long ago admitted it on camera, on COE. I don't remember which video, but many times I said it on Speaker's Corner. It was never a secret. And when he made the video while smoking, like you could hear him smoking fucking in the background, he got 100+ dislikes and about 40 likes. He got so triggered that he made like 4 videos after that about me. He removed the dislike thing. Bro, I shit you not. He removed it. He started making triggered videos talking about saying about how my bots are trying to cancel him or trying to shut him down.
Oh my gosh! Like, I love YouTube drama. Like, you got to troll. Like, it's just funny. Like, it's just funny to watch.
It is pretty funny, yeah. But what isn't funny is him sending his. I mean, it's still pretty funny, but he sent some of his angry hobbits after me last Sunday.
Yeah, that guy.
Next Sunday, so
Yeah, that angry hobbit guy. Yeah, he threatened to stab me. Ask IC3. He was there. Yeah, he's a crazy person. Like because I made jokes because he started saying things about Jews, and I said, "Oh, okay. So what? Can the Jews also fly as well?" I heard the Jews learn how to fly, and then he just got triggered and got on my face, and I just didn't care. And he started, he's like crazy. Oh fuck, Steve was there. Yeah, Steve was there. He's that crazy, like bald old guy. He's
seriously, man. It bewilders me. In Great Britain, there's so many crazy people just doing whatever they want. Because I got threatened before. You remember the Flat Earther guy who said he was getting
Paddy,
big Irish guys to kick my ass.
What's he gonna do? Like, where did these nutcases come from?
I don't know, man. It's like they're growing on trees.
The thing is, Speaker's Corner is a magnet for these insane people. Haven't you guys noticed? Have you not been to Speaker's Corner?
I know. I just thought it'd be funny, but like they act crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say,
like they act crazy. Someone laughs at them.
Speaker's Corner, for years, it's always attracted people from the mental asylum.
Yeah, there are literally. I mean, there's a guy who.
What's different? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. Sorry, go on, Steve. Sorry,
I was going to say it's always
It's always a trap. Okay.
I'm not sure if my signal is going to be strong enough tonight. But, I was just going to say it's always attracted absolute nutters, but at the moment there just seems to be a few more of them who have violent tendencies or potential for violent tendencies.
Look, I don't mind nutters. I find them funny. I find them hilarious.
They are funny.
And it's fine. It's all good in the hood. Nobody did anything bad to anyone. But when they start threatening people, saying they're find them
or gonna kill you, like
to beat them up, to kill them, to stab them, like you said, he was you. That's fucking overboard, man. You can't.
That's not okay.
Feel comfortable with doing threats. Like Omar, Rat Boy, he was banned from Speaker's Corner for making a death threat online, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
I've received many threats lately that people were gonna go to Speaker's Corner and beat me up. And what?
Duh, you said Omar. Do you remember that one? Wait, whatever happened to Speaker's Corner memes on Instagram? Like, I can't
Oh, I
find
don't
it.
know, man. That's a good question. Like he had some pretty funny memes, but I think
Oh my gosh, the memes were
probably somebody
amazing.
got triggered, man. Probably somebody got triggered and just
Yeah, oh yeah. Like
You know?
there's one of Omar where it's like when you turn the camera the other way around and it's like him like just oh, I feel sorry for Omar, but
no, but look, he actually detoxed himself. Yo, MC, how's it going, bro?
Big up,
He
MC.
Yo, I'm doing fine.
Good man, MC.
Tiger, Omar is no a rat boy. He's got a family. He's got a wife. He's got a kid, and he's acting in a different way. I shit you not, man. He detoxed himself. Like there's almost no. There's a little bit like of a feeling. Maybe there's. No. He doesn't say that.
Fuck your mum.
Suck your
No,
mom.
no. Say that. Dude, I was surprised. I saw him in the park. Last time I saw him in the park, he just spoke with people. He never threatened anyone. He never did anything. He even didn't have that perpetually vicious look on his face, looking for a fight. He had a normal look on his face, man. He just
Pavlov, just like I have said in the chat, because the speaker's corner is also the attention force corner.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Exactly. But the thing is, I mean, you guys know that guy called Menace. He used to come.
Oh yeah.
Fat guy. He is actually on psychotropic. Psychedelic. Yeah, well, I forgot what the fuck.
Yeah, we know.
He's a mental case who has actually got prescribed pills. Like he is proper certified insane. There you go. And that guy was roaming around for ages. I think eventually, I don't know, something happened. Maybe his caseworker said, "Look, you can't go to Speaker's Corner anymore. We're gonna cut your benefits." And he's like, "Oh shit!"
Oh wait, no, we can't laugh. We can't laugh. He's got mental problems. We can't laugh at him.
Yeah, but nobody generally is. He's a mental case.
Yeah, look, Menace. I remember him. The main the thing that I remember about him is when the drunk Somali guy was. Yeah, you know it. He was spitting at IC3. He was making your mama jokes. He was making all kinds of talking trash, spitting at him, literally, like spit on IC3 a few times. Like I was feeling myself, oh shit, man, should I fucking do something? Should I do something? Because, dude, like, if he did that to someone else, there would be a fight immediately. IC3 have some amazing self-control to not do anything because after that, but after that, he was pushed down because he started messing with other people, which obviously reacted physically.
Yeah.
And Menace was around the corner, cheering up the guy, cheering up the drunk guy, saying, "Oh, he's okay. This is a one-case scenario. This is he doesn't represent like trying to defend him and shit. What the fuck are you doing, man?" And Overkill, this is the funniest part. Let's mention, made a video saying that I was an actor and I was purposefully trying to wind up the Somali guy.
Who's paying you? Who's paying you, Pavlo?
Who's not? That's the easier.
Oh shit!
Is it Mr.
Really,
Soros?
I wish.
Tell him that the spies and the actors have established a headquarters inside his asshole. Really, tell him that.
Oh wait.
Oh, that's a good one.
And they have also built their stock exchange, so they have something to pay to Pavlov.
Man. No, but look, man, I don't even mind them trash talking me. I seriously don't. The only thing I do mind is them trying to get physical. Because look, situation. Imagine this: they punch me or they attack me and they run away. Well, I just got punched. It's not good for me. Or imagine this: they punch me, I catch them, I beat them up. And then the fucking police is on my back.
Yep.
Like,
no, they won't do shit to you because they know you. They know you.
Physical.
They won't like.
It is so unjust. I mean, I still cannot bear it. Why I cannot beat the shit out of a person that have started first? I mean, too bad that he is bleeding, and probably maybe I will even broke this or that. Too bad. I have a problem with controlling myself when I am getting attacked.
Well, this is the problem. I mean, there are literally no-win situations almost in the speaker's corner. Look at the thing with the kid stealing my hat. I didn't even attempt. I just reacted to someone grabbing my property, my hat, and I just turned around and just managed to grab him with one hand. And I'm like labeled as the greatest villain on the fucking planet. I'm like some mustache twirling fucking movie villain.
Either she labels you again. She labels you
child beating paedophile, weren't you?
Yeah, exactly. She labels you as a pedophile because you made a pedophile joke one time. Like a joke about pedophiles.
Well, there was the cartoon, and then now the kid thing with the stealing of the hat. Now I'm a fucking child beating pedophile monster. I'm fucking. I've become Hannibal Lecter in there. I mean, I don't give a shit what a fat chubby little thought actually says about me. In fact, to be honest with you,
she is a fat, chubby, little pedophile worshipping thought. But by the way,
that's the thing. She then spent months defending a guy who spent months defending the concept of child marriage. And we're not supposed to even acknowledge that. We're not even supposed to even pretend that. Oh, excuse me. Did you say that 9-year-olds can be grown women in some parts of the world? Is this not somewhat bordering on pedophilia? No,
must be a different species. Can't be Homo sapiens.
Must
be a different species.
Muslim women are not humans. They are in fact sort of a slight. They have a faster growth cycle than
faster
regular,
metabolism.
Than the other Homo sapiens.
Only hearing that makes me want to buy a flamethrower and go to the house of such a person and.
Yes,
let's not go overboard.
Take it easy, man.
I'm gonna say something really racist, right? I'm sorry, but when what is it? Wait, what's your MCAD? You say a lot of messed up stuff, and it always just comes off as funny because you're Polish. I'm sorry.
Yes, I know. I have an accent. I also have a shitty mic, to be honest.
Yeah, sorry. I think you know what it is. It's the Borat effect. Like the Borat is like, oh, how much you got? And then you just think it's adorable.
I will take a flamethrower to your house.
Throw the Jews down the way. It's hilarious.
Bro. Imagine Borat with his with his pennies and with the flame the door. Yak Shema.
By the way, Pavlov, you know what's funny? By the way, Pavlov, you know what's funny? Jak się masz? It is literally in Polish and means how are you? They have took it from the language and put it into Borat. Even if he's coming originally from Kazakhstan. But I'll tell you why they have done it. Because they want to make an recycled Polish joke out of it from the 70s, from the 70s America, but they knew that they cannot do it on Poland because Poland was even too modern for that. So they picked Kazakhstan, a country that nobody knows. Nobody have any fucking idea what kind of a place it is. I mean, Kazakhs don't even look like Borat. They are not Borat.
They look East Asian. They look exactly.
But the thing is, that's the whole point of the whole thing is supposed to be. But
there is some truth in that. We have a lot of Poles in Kazakhstan today. They were sent by Stalin there to the gulags, and they are still living there and they have been repatriated today.
Yeah, this is what I mean. That's why he's.
So it can be in Kazakhstan.
But the thing is, it's just like when we were saying, like, I'm gonna take a flame. It's like you say something exceedingly dark, but it still comes out as humorous because of the whole accent. I will slice all your family's throats. Hey, like, oh shit, that was too much, dude. That was too much. It's too fucking dark. There is no way that's funny.
I mean, and then there's you.
But frankly, for the show, I'm going to keep the mic. But I really have to get some better mic to somewhere else because really, I don't even sound like that in real life, and that's funny.
Sorry, racist question number 2. Right, look,
give it to me. Okay. I love it.
So is the P word more of an American thing, or is that used in Poland as well?
What?
Yeah.
It's actually, it's more of a, I mean, it means literally a Polish person, but in English, American English, it have developed to be a swear word because there were Polish jokes in America about Polish people that we have inferior subhuman intelligence from the 50s to up to the 80s. They were big things back in the days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, it feels like it might be the same reason for why Paki is an insult. Like Paki is just Pakistani, right? It's not, doesn't sound like an insult, doesn't sound like a big change, but it is an insult because it was used as an insult, you know. I guess that's the reason. With Polak,
Well,
yeah.
if you say so, Cossack.
Yeah, that's not an insult at all. No, nobody considers that an insult.
Pavlov, I went. Oh,
Cossacks were great warriors, to be honest, and frankly, they have won with our Husaria a few times. Were Hussars.
Oh, Pavlov, I went down this YouTube rabbit hole. Was it yesterday or something?
And by the way,
all
in
of
Polish,
these...
Cossack means a badass to this day.
Sorry,
Polish
guys.
side.
Yeah, I can be heard. I went down this YouTube rabbit hole of Ukrainian sword dancing, and oh my God, the women have crazy skills. I'm not kidding, dude. I will send you Tiger. I will send you some links. It is insanely good. They've got like double sword action going on, and they're like, and these are like sharpened swords because they cut bottles prior to actually starting the twirling. But it's kind of like you know the flourishes that they do in the what's it called, Return of the Sith, the Star Wars films. You know how they do all those flourishes? They're doing that shit with razor sharp swords. It's crazy. Yep. It's so.
I tell you what, Banksy. I tell you what. Sometimes I get these people who try to piss me off and say, "Oh, I gotta go to Ukraine, get myself a beautiful Ukrainian lady." What do you think about that, Pavlov? And I try to play with them. I'm like, yeah, okay, but be careful with the gold diggers. But what I actually mean is be careful, because it's all fun and games until the chick pulls out the sword and starts sword dancing on the bench. And you get through the sword dance to actually go for her. Yeah, it's all fun and games until then.
Exactly.
Oh, Pavlov, I can shake your hand now because I also got so many times I want to get a Polish girl. Can you introduce me to a few Polish girls?
People, it's like
it was never ending.
Like people are romanticizing. Yeah, there's a slightly higher percentage of beautiful women, I would say, but it's not like every woman is beautiful. It's not as simple as that. And you think you're gonna get to Ukraine and be like, "Oh, yo, chicks, come to me." You'll get your ass kicked, bro. Like
by the chicks, by the women. That's the thing.
Chicks,
the women who'll be busting your ass.
Like, Polish
the men
women
will be holding back the women from.
It's the men that are holding the women back.
Look, Polish women, right, are the black women of Eastern Europe, right? They don't take shit. They don't take shit. They're very beautiful, but they won't take your shit. They were like, yeah, Jokoya kurwa, kurwa mecz, smack the shit out of you.
Like, you betcha. They are very strong characters, and you don't want to measure their will and personality. I mean, if you don't have a strong personality, don't go for it for a relationship with her. Trust me, because you'll be dominated, and you will be her little simp.
Yeah, guys, for the purposes of, because some of the audience members are asking to see some of this, I'm gonna share my my screen with you guys and give a little demo. I'm not gonna play this music just in case it's copyrighted, because we can't mess with the copyrights in this.
Actually, before you're going to do it, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Because I don't know where to put music in your Discord. Where to actually put it there?
Well, put music in Discord. I have no idea. I thought you could just. I mean, how do you mean music? Like
I can put it randomly, but you know, some people like to segregate stuff, so that's what I'm asking you.
I'm with you. I'll be honest. I have no. I mean, just put it anywhere you want. I don't really. I'm not that
okay.
fussed. I'm not that specific about
so maybe a proposition for your next live stream. This music.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys. Let me share my. Do a bit of screen sharings. I mean, there won't be audio on this. I just want everyone to get get a view.
We'll just keep talking.
Yeah, just get some ideas of what I'm talking about. This is insane stuff. And
It
by the way,
looks
this is
like one of the Cossack sabers.
yeah, exactly.
Let's see her face.
Well, it will come up. It will. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing that they're doing. It's crazy good, man. These girls are insane. I mean, this is all slow motion at the moment.
Yeah,
but they get. I mean, this is just one video. There's so many. I said I went down this crazy fucking rabbit hole.
How did you stumble across this?
Well, I
What
like
were you
Cossack
searching for?
dancing. I like because Cossack dancing is very similar to Turkish dancing, and my family side
Okay.
are my grandmother's side is Turkish. So I like that.
Banksy, just a moment. But can the Turks do this move? You know, when they are squatting and they are kicking from the squat.
Yeah. There is that as well. It depends on which sort of Turkish which
that her
kind of
daughter?
dancing you're looking at. Possibly, yeah.
it's actually very difficult to pinpoint who exactly invented that dance. In Ukraine, we call that dance hopak.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
And then
Exactly.
Letsky. Oh,
Exactly.
Letsky.
Dude, it's what?
I think the Georgians as well have one that, and they call it Letsky or I forgot exactly.
I don't know. I have no idea how they call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, it's the Slavist thing in the world. It's a Slav squat and it's a Slav squat dance at the same time.
Pavlo, did you know that East Asians can also do that? And apparently they're the only ones who can do that, them and the Slavs. And do you think it's because the Mongols went over and mixed with you guys? Or do you think it was also like... Do you think it was also the Indo-European?
It's possible.
But it could also be the Indo-Europeans who also, because those guys are from northern Kazakhstan. So I think that's the reason why you're the only white people that can do it.
I mean, it's done in Russia to an extent, but not a lot. It's mainly in Ukraine in terms of Eastern Europe and overall Europe. It's done in... Yeah, but because look, Russians like LARPing everything that's Ukrainian. Like Cossacks, they say, "Oh, they're Russian." Actually, it's not Ukrainian. When in reality, it was the Ukrainian Cossacks that migrated to the Don region, and they started being known as the Don Cossacks. And then they were like auxiliary troops in the Russian Empire. So the Russians started saying, "Oh, Cossacks, they're our thing. But actually, they went to Ukraine.
In fact, without the Cossacks, probably Russia wouldn't be that huge as it is today.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
That was something like elite.
Could sorry, one more Slavic question, right? I'm not trying to be rude, but I've noticed that Slavic women are either not ugly, but not that lovely looking, or they look like models. And I've noticed there's not an in-between with the Slavic women. They're either here or here. And I don't know if I'm imagining this or not, or if this is literally all of them.
This is exactly what I say about Iranian women, dude.
I think you're yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
It's not an age thing. They're beautiful until they hit a certain age and then they go pear-shaped.
Maybe.
No, same age. It's just some of them look a bit goofy,
Okay.
and some of them look like models.
This is exactly what I say about Iranian women. Iranian women vary between gorgeous, beautiful women with like green eyes and blue, amazing like body, or hairy fucking Sasquatches that you have to shave down and teach how to walk and talk.
Like, all right, come here, Fatima, come here.
I swear that the ones with the upper mustache, that thin mustache that they have, and I'm not talking about your auntie at the age of 65. I'm talking about 25-year-olds that have like goatee beards and shit, and you're like, oh, for crying out loud, love, I'm gonna have to take you down to the waxing salon and pay extra just to get all those, all that fucking hair removed. Oh, there's some hairy motherfuckers out there. And yeah, Iranian women, exactly what you said, Tiger. There's just two halves. There's the gorgeous, amazing models, and then the fucking beasts.
I've attracted like the most beautiful girls I've ever attracted have always been Iranians. I don't know what it is about them. They seem to like me, specifically the beautiful ones. But yeah, I mean,
It's all good, man. It's all good.
He's trying to get under your skin, Banksy, you see?
Whoa.
It's not like I'm some sort of protective against all Iranian women.
I don't want to be too controversial, but
we need to get a future for Iranian women and whatever Iranian children or however that goes.
Oh, the 14 words.
Tiger, may I ask you something?
Yeah.
Tiger?
Wait, what? Yeah.
Because I have to ask you something. Because I have heard that from many Muslims, to be honest, or ex-Muslims too. By the way, are you a mixed race? I mean, black and something else, or?
I am Chinese.
Okay, I don't believe you.
He's not.
Yeah, I'm mixed. Yeah, I'm mixed race.
Is it Afro-Caribbean and English?
No,
Okay.
whoa. I'm not Caribbean. I'm
Oh,
Central
okay.
African. I did not.
Okay.
My ancestors didn't go on no slave ships.
Ah.
We sold the slaves. Sorry.
You were the sellers, not the buyers.
Okay.
No, they were the sellers,
No,
not
but
the
what I want to
merchandise.
ask is why I have asked that. I have asked that because I really have noticed that you know the Muslim girls and from those houses, families, and also probably Iranians to some extent too. But I think that they are freer. I don't know, Banksy, you can tell me. I mean, dating and going out with a guy, especially with a guy that have a little bit black in him or is black totally, can be a little bit something of a rebellious act, because I know that in Muslim cultures, being black is something looked down upon. I know that.
Well, the thing is, I don't know. I don't know about Iranian women in Britain, but yeah, I mean, you could say if an Iranian girl in Iran was dating a black guy, that would be very unusual. I'm not even joking.
Haram!
Well, I mean, I don't know about haram, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm not going to deny it. Iranians are fucking racist, man. They're racist as hell. They're racist. They're as racist as Indians. You imagine you go to Pakistan as a 6 foot sort of Nigerian and try to marry an Indian girl. They'll cut your balls off. They're friggin' racist. Those people are India, Iran, Iraq. Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna even like remotely sugarcoat that shit. They're all racist as hell.
The Persian women that I interacted with were not born into religious families. They were like, their parents were religious, but they weren't. Like they didn't grow up Muslim. One was a Christian, so I don't think it was a rebellious act. I think I'm just a charming man.
Yeah. No, those who are raised here, and grew up here, it's very different.
Nothing to take away. I didn't want to take away your charm or anything. I'm just thinking about it because you know those cultures, emigrating here, living there. Many of those parents want to stick to their old ways. So you know.
Now Iranians, admittedly, I can never generalize. They do vary wildly, but overall, Iranian kids who've grown up in Britain, they don't have those ways about them.
What? Sorry, Banksy. I don't mean to be rude, Banksy, but why aren't Iranian men as pretty as Iranian women? You're like, you know what? You're like
fucking gorgeous son of a bitch. What are you talking about?
You're like.
Have you seen this?
You're like the Somalis of the Middle East. Like
the Eritreans of the Middle East.
Just
I know.
The women, thick, beautiful. The men. Hey, I'm Abdul.
Hideous.
No, just kidding. They're lovely guys.
Actually,
They're lovely guys.
The men do have the effeminate sort of men as well that are sort of good looking, but generally I will say this, I guess maybe because I'm Iranian or because I don't see it the way others do. In the Eritreans and in the Somalis, I see exactly what you see, Tiger. The women gorgeous, the men hideous monsters. And I guess maybe from your perspective you see that in the Iranians as well, because although I've seen like good looking guys, but yeah, there is a big gap between gorgeous women, because the thing is, this is one major thing. Every time my mum says like, go ahead, go lose some weight, you'll get yourself in shape, you'll get more women, I'm like, look, men are supposed to be ugly, men are supposed to be rough. Women don't want these effeminate little boy girls. Women want a man who's rough and ready, and I'm exactly that. And I'm also squidgy and chubby, so they can like, it's almost like, have you ever seen that I guess you guys wouldn't have, there's a cartoon called Big Hero 6, and there's this
I still haven't seen that. It's a film.
Yeah, it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon film, but it's got this character who's a medical robot, but he's purposefully blown up like almost like a balloon. So he's very soft and squidgy, so that he makes the patient feel comfortable. He was made, purposely to be very comforting, and that's what I am. If a woman's lying in bed with me, she's practically sleeping on a mattress twice.
Look, I mean, all Banksy, all bodies.
Watch out, your wives, guys. This guy will be the new body pillow.
Exactly.
All bodies are beautiful. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, but I will say this. From the time I lost my hair and I had to shave it, I found an entirely different group of women were attracted to me to the time when I had golden locks like Pavlov over there. And
you were blonde.
No, well, I was blonde when I was a child, but my hair grew.
Wait, are you actually are you full Iranian or?
Well, I'm as Iranian as Iranians get, but my genetics is mixed. My mum did say potentially, although I've never done a DNA test, that maybe one of my great grandmothers was possibly German, but we don't know.
Maybe.
He's all.
But my hair was my hair was blonde
to a big extent.
Yeah, it wasn't as light blonde as Pavlov's, but it was actually blonde. It was light brown.
When I was a kid, I had locks. It wasn't straight when I was really young.
Curly,
and it was curly, and it was much lighter than this. It was like really light yellow hair. But the first time it was cut, it changed.
Yeah. Well, for me, as I grew up, yeah.
Well, I can say welcome to the club. I have the same. I was blonde when I was young, and I have become brown in hair department.
As you get older, but that's the thing. I am actually quite fair for most Iranians as well. I have to admit, I'm not as most Iranians have a slightly darker complexion.
If you wouldn't tell me Iranian, I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't even. It wouldn't.
Most people thought I was Ukrainian.
How? I thought you were a white guy, but wait, Banksy, like one other question, and you don't have to answer this because it's a personal question. What's the deal with the whole you used to film for porn?
Oh no, that's not a personal question. That's a business question.
Everybody knows this.
Everybody knows that I've spoken like at length.
Have you worked with the greats? Who have you worked with?
No. I with the greats.
With the great, the names, big names.
I've met people like Bendover, Michelle Thorne, and what was her name? There was another sort of skinny, tall English porn star. And you know Bendover? Do you know
I heard the name, but I can't say I know.
If this is the 90s,
it's a funny name, Bend Over.
Yeah, that's the whole point. He made it bend over.
This is more of something that a black tat guy would know because he just knows he's all about porn. That guy.
Yeah.
It's like.
Dude, he's obsessed with porn.
Pavlov, you maybe don't know it, but porn stars are taking Nick. They're changing the names and surnames for the career. For example, Lexington Steel.
I know.
Steel, like his dick is made of steel. That's why.
Exactly. So Bendover is yeah.
I'm just thinking, like Banksy, were you the one who convinced Mia Khalifa to put the hijab on? To me, okay. No, put the hijab on.
Yes.
That's a good girl.
Now Mia's
the only man I remember in porn is Johnny Sins because he looks like One Punch Man.
Well, let's put it this way.
Johnny Sins is hilarious. I've never even seen any of his videos, but
he should play Saitama from One Punch Man, bro. He should play Saitama.
Definitely.
The best actor.
Oh yeah, the Japanese like, Johnny Sins.
No, I saw this guy.
Well, I will say, one of my friends, she interviewed Ron Jeremy for a magazine piece that she was writing, and Ron Jeremy did offer her to blow him if she wanted to, and yeah, I think she took advantage of that one.
Is he the one that's being convicted for rape?
Ron Jeremy,
male porn star.
No. That's James Dean. That's James Dean. He was the one who was like.
No. Ron Jeremy is an old school porn star. He's like the 70s, 80s porn star. He is still doing it occasionally, but he's fat and old now.
Yeah.
But he's a very funny guy. He's fantastic. I mean, most of his films
in the industry.
Yeah. I mean, he tried to break into the mainstream stuff, but unfortunately, there's a hypocrisy in Hollywood when it comes to porn stars, migrating.
Why?
Well,
Why?
they just don't like, they just, I say, this is this little hypocrisy thing about porn stars doing regular movies.
Because they already have a secure fan base, and they will basically do anything. They'll get naked.
Yeah.
So there's not anything that they won't do.
Yeah, but Hollywood, they just don't hire. They don't hire porn stars.
So weird.
It's not even specifically Hollywood. It's a thing in acting. Filming yourself naked, whether it's pornography or not pornography, or just for film, just a tit pic or a topless, whatever. It's a big risk because some people simply don't want to work with people who have filmed themselves in that stuff.
Mm.
It's kind of down upon, and I can
that doesn't make sense. I mean,
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
It does make some sense because they claim they do it for the audience, man. Like the audience, if they know that this specific person who's playing a very very tragic, very serious character, and then they go for the videos and watch that person getting a cream pie or whatever, it's not really, it kind of ruins the character.
The thing is, there is exceptions. Like Sylvester Stallone actually did a
Yeah,
porn
yeah.
film.
Exactly. I was about to mention that.
Italian Stallion.
Shay from Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Oh, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
There you go. There you go. Also Van Damme.
I hate
Actually,
Shay.
Van Damme did no
Okay,
porn film.
and on YouTube, there's one guy on YouTube that have done porn before. Oh, Vitaly's ZDTV, Vitaly Zdorojewski.
Ah,
Oh, hold on. No, wait. Vitaly Z?
Vitaly ZDTV, Vitaly Zdorojewski. You know who?
Oh.
This prankster.
oh, he was a
Right.
porn star, or he did porn.
I mean, no, he tried to. He failed. He just took the money and then put it in his pranks, and then that's how it ended.
Yeah. Well,
Would you guys
Yeah.
do? Would any of you do porn?
Nah.
I wouldn't be on camera myself, but then again, there isn't a lot of big market for me
Also,
on camera. So
uh,
the market, the market for
Tiger,
me.
seriously, you don't want to show your face in porn. It's bad reputation, man. It's like not nice stuff. Like many people don't like it. Many people feel
You know
awkward.
what? I'm against sex
With
work,
porn
but I
stars.
think
By the
I'm
way,
against.
Pavlov, should I be brutally honest? Should I be brutally honest also? To be honest, I don't think many people would like to see me naked, and frankly, I'm...
Wait, what do you look like?
Don't be so
Wait,
shy, man.
wait,
Don't be
what
so shy.
what do you look like?
He looks like Schwarzenegger.
Nah,
It looks
I
like
mean,
no. Unfortunately, okay. You want?
just show your face. Click on the camera and let's see how.
he's cammed up
Don't
before.
be daunted by
Yeah,
Tiger, man. I know Tiger is a very intimidating guy, but don't be daunted. You
I'm
don't
just
have.
curious, like.
Oh,
Okay.
There you go.
That's not how I
face
expected.
reveal.
That is not how I expected.
Face reveal.
No,
of
gorgeous.
No.
Gorgeous.
No, yeah,
MC reveals
good jawline.
his face.
MC,
He has a beautiful jawline.
yeah, MC,
Banksy, are you his brother or something? You
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
are similar.
MC, I have a few movies that I think you would be perfect for.
Yeah.
I'm producing as we speak. Just looking for a
You
male,
mean a
male
gang
star.
member?
Yeah, I mean, you're right though. You're right, Pavlov. There is still a kind of a stigma around people who make porn or are in porn films, and so yeah, unfortunately, there is a stigma. But the thing is, like the women that I worked with and we shot, you would be amazed. They were amazingly well educated. Like a girl, one of the girls that we used several times, she was studying politics and geology at university, and she was paying her own university fees. Mia Khalifa, the girl who, she paid for her own education through that. And also there was this other girl as well. They paid for their entire university through this industry. So, they're doing something with their lives. They're actually just sucking cock for nothing.
Do you think that they? I have a question. Do you think that they just like sex, or do you think that they felt like, oh well?
Yeah, what's the reason? What's the reason?
Yeah,
why?
I'll be
'cause-
perfectly honest with you. If you've ever, even if you just watch the backstage sort of footage of porn films. If you think that they're doing it because it's pleasurable sex, you are so wrong.
Okay.
Sex in porn is, I don't think even the men really get a kick out of it, because it is so artificial and is so awkward. Because you think that there's only just the man and the woman in that room. No, it's not. There's a fucking camera crew behind.
Yes.
There's a dude holding the fucking boom mic, and then there's a producer, and then there's a camera guy, possibly several camera guys. This is a ridiculous situation.
Why do the men wear their shoes? I had a theory that it was to restrict familiarity with the woman.
But none of the men wear their shoes. Some do, some don't. Women tend to keep their high heels on because it makes their legs look much more elegant. But
Really? Oh.
women don't. Men don't necessarily. I don't know. I've never seen. I mean, we never shot men. We only shot women. We purely shot women, girl on girl, and solo. So we had no swinging dicks, as far as I was concerned. None of us were the only swinging dicks were us as the crew, and we had our trousers on the whole time. But I did actually say this to my friends, colleagues, before we started the first day. I said, look, first of all, I've never done this, as you all know. So we're all, this is my first time. Second of all, there's going to be naked women running around this place all day. So I will have possibly a semi to a full-on erection most of the day, because I'm a human being. I'm a red-blooded fucking man, and that's how it's going to be. Okay, so expect that shit. That's all. I'm laying it down exactly how this is going to go. Because I don't know about these guys. Maybe they were robots, but I can't look at a naked woman and not feel aroused. It's ridiculous. And literally, these women, I mean, I will say this, they have no inhibitions. They will walk naked everywhere. The whole day, they're walking around. Just naked women, just everywhere. And we were shooting like, on average, about 10 women a day. So on any given time, we had at least 3 or 4 women, just either in makeup or just naked, or they just finished the photo shoot. It's just naked women every day. And don't get me wrong, it's not as good as it sounds, because it desensitizes you to sex.
That's true. But look, Banksy, here's the $1 million question. What's your relationship to the Jews?
they bankrolled it all.
All right. Do you have any Jews
from Tel Aviv?
All right. Are there any Jews in this panel? Like,
I don't.
Half Jews.
I'm a 0.001%.
All right, look. Can I say something, right?
Okay, Tiger Kang. Before you're going to say that, I have to tell you. I probably may have a lot of Ashkenazi blood, because Poland was once upon a time a place with the largest Jewish diaspora in the world. So who knows?
Yeah. Okay, so you can give me like a pass for this. So look, when I was doing research for my debate with Elron, and I looked into the porn industry, and I looked at who owns it was Brazzers. And I looked it up, and it was this white Canadian guy, right? And I started off like who owned Black, these porn studios, and it was a guy, he's French and he's Jewish, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, okay, well, that's just one. Let's see another one. Who owns Brazzers? And it was this white Canadian guy. He's not religious. And then I looked at the co-founder. He was an Arab. I was like, oh, he's an Arab. He's not Jewish. And then I found out he's Palestinian. And then it said that he was a spy for the IDF. So look, I'm not saying I don't believe that the Jews run the porn industry, but I think that maybe the Jewish community should look into this, because like it looks wrong. It looks very dodgy. And I'm not an anti-Semite. I don't believe the Jews run the porn industry. I just thought.
Well,
I will say this.
People that have a problem with that, it doesn't matter if they run or not. The people have the problem that don't fucking watch it. Yeah. And the go to shit.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. The one of the people who was part of the team, he wasn't anything to do with the financing or the owner of the company, but he was. He was Jewish. His son was actually in the IDF in Israel. So one of the guys, one of the team members of my, the crew that I went out with, there were Jewish connections there, but otherwise, but he had nothing to do with anything. He was just a regular dude working. He was just another Joe. He was just another person. He had nothing to do with the company. He didn't own the company. He had nothing to do with the financing.
I mean, Ben Shapiro wrote a book talking about how dangerous porn is, so I don't think that there's any real connection with with those guys. I mean,
the thing is, all religious people are gonna condemn porn anyway, and Ben Shapiro is religious, so he's not gonna be promoting it. But
I mean, yeah, you'll have a hard time finding an Orthodox Jew defending porn.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that would be insane. Why would an Orthodox Jew be promoting friggin' pornography? That would be nuts.
You know Ron Jeremy's Jewish.
Yes, he was Jewish. He is Jewish.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he is the only one that they could not circumcise too much from, because that would be detrimental for his scenes.
They could take away like 5 inches and it'd still be 10 inches long.
What's it? Falcon. The guy is saying something Falcon. He's got like a 13-incher. He's also Jewish.
Wow.
These honestly, that's like.
Then he is truly a God chosen man. He belongs to the chosen people. I can say that.
The chosen people. One thing
he said, yeah.
So one thing I would say, Ron Jeremy, when he started, he actually used his real name, and after his first or second, I don't know, after a few shoots that he did, his dad told him, "You are not allowed to use your real name. Don't use your real name. You can do this business if you want, but don't use our family name." So he then changed it to Jeremy. But yeah, he wasn't. His name isn't Ron Jeremy. His name is some Ron Juju. I don't know.
Jeremy Netanyahu.
Yeah.
No.
Jeremy Goldberg.
Ron Jeremy Schronkenstein.
I'm not gonna laugh. I'm generally. I'm kind of scared. Like, I don't really want to get in trouble for this. Like.
But anyway.
Too late, man. Too late. Yeah, your pull-out game wasn't good enough, man. You're already in the
game.
Game over, man. Game over.
You make that pull-out game weak.
To be honest with you, Tiger. To be honest with you, when I speak to you for now, and when I'm seeing you being scared to even talk about this stuff, I can see how the Western culture and today's Britain, frankly. How ingrained it is to you, because we speak about this stuff like about making sandwiches, to be honest. Really?
Yeah, this sort of thing used to be funny, but it's just like, because I actually know.
I understand it.
Yeah, I know people who think like this, who believe this sort of might have this mindset, and I really don't want to be lumped in with them. And yeah.
What do you mean, like the whole conspiracy thing about Jews run the world and all that?
Oh yeah, I forgot. In Britain, the mere accusation of racism or anything else can destroy your career. I understand it. Look at Count Dankula. No evidence required.
It's a game of divide and conquer because I let a Jew break up my crew.
Holy shit. The thing is, I actually know quite a few Jewish people I've worked with, friends, close friends. Actually, one of them is in Hong Kong right now. So this is why I don't buy into this whole Jewish conspiracy bullshit, because I just know regular Jews, literally people who are struggling to pay the bills exactly the same as everyone else.
They can't agree on anything. Jews cannot agree on anything. It's a miracle that Israel even exists. They're so individualistic people. They all think differently.
But this is what I mean. If you actually think about, like, if you actually look into these ridiculous conspiracy theories about the Jews run the world, they would have to have a tremendous level of cooperation and cohesive sort of maneuvering. Now, don't get me wrong. There are Jews who do send money to Israel, who fund Israel, or who are very.
There are also Christians who do the same thing.
Exactly. But not only that. I mean, I think the Jewish communities, like if you go to London's Golders Green and Hendon and that area, the Hasidic Jews mostly live in those sort of areas, Hampstead, and they're very well organized. They're very well set up. That's why they lobby for their rights. They lobby for their religious practice rights. They do things really well, and they are very conscientious people, very well organized, high IQ society. So yeah, they get shit done. And they're
But
successful.
yeah, let's
Guys, I gotta
let's
go. I'll see you all later.
Take care,
No
Chris.
problem, bro.
Yeah.
See you later.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for
coming.
joining.
It was
man.
great.
Thanks for giving me
No worries. Thanks,
information
guys.
about the election. Thanks for giving.
No worries. Anytime.
See you next time. See you next time. But yeah, look, now that we're talking about the Jews, let me tell you what I hate about the Jews the most. It is one thing
Here it
that I
comes.
completely despise. No, seriously. It's circumcision, man.
Yeah,
I don't
well, yeah.
Dude,
no,
I fucking
agree.
despise circumcision. What's the point at, right now?
I agree.
Like, I
It's-
can Middle Ages, when people had one bath per week, you would have circumcision to kind of, not get dirty, not get
Infection.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Pee-pee. Exactly, not get infections there. But now, when you can have plenty of showers each day, what the fuck?
It's not just that. It's not just that. I actually totally blame the Jewish community for normalizing circumcision in the Western world. It would have never been this normal. It would have never been this sort of comfortable. People cutting off their little boys' bits of skin. If
Like
it wasn't for
biting.
if it wasn't for the Jewish community, and now
By the
in
way,
America. Non-Jews get circumcised on a regular basis. Babies, they just do it in the doctors in the hospital when the baby is born. If they can do it whilst when the baby is born. Some people like myself, they couldn't do it. Like me and my brothers, we all had to wait until we were at least 4 or 5 years old before we could get circumcised. So we remember all of that shit. We have full conscious memory of our fucking circumcision. And trust me, it is not something you want to remember. It's like one of those events in your life which you will never forget. They say you'll never forget the first woman you have sex with. You'll never forget, I don't know, the first, I forgot, there was a few other firsts. Sorry? Was that Steve? Oh, no, it's okay. But yeah, but there are certain firsts in your life that you'll never forget, like the first girl that broke your heart, the first girl you had sex with, and all that stuff. You will never forget your circumcision. I'll promise you that. You can live to 1,000 years. You will never forget that shit. And the thing is, mine was an easy one. Mine was very, I was in a 20th century hospital and I had anesthesia. They put me out. I had general anesthetic. I just remember going to the operating room, being knocked out, and then waking up with my penis being blue. And just like there was some degree of pain. If I were to tell you my uncle and my dad's story, it's a thing of nightmares. It's the sort of shit they make movies about, like Hostel and fucking I spit on your grave kind of shit. It is insane. My uncle and my dad were taken out. Apparently my uncle was telling me this story. My dad was about 10 years old and my uncle was about 2 years younger, so he was about 8. These were not newborn babies. These were fully conscious, semi-grown human beings. And they took him to the backyard, and the guy, the mullah or whatever, came, and they held my dad's arms and legs down, and they literally took his penis and cut it with a pair of scissors. And the minute my uncle said to me, the minute they cut his skin, my dad's face became as white as a piece of paper. He just
That's terrible, man.
And just think of this. My uncle said, I knew that they were going to do this to me next. And I just watched that shit happen. So he freaked. And he was trying to run away. But they grabbed him and they held him down as well. And they did that shit to him too. This is a thing of nightmares.
Shit.
Why would you do that to a child? Why would you scar that person's consciousness with that memory for the rest of their life? That is fucking brutal abuse.
Damn it, man. Jeez.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit that happens in the Middle East. They give you these pretty doctors' offices and all of that. Oh, circumcision is so safe and good, and
Yeah.
not in the fucking
Fine.
Middle East. It doesn't. Not for thousands of years where these
Oh, by
children
the
were
way,
being held
Pavlov.
down in their backyard.
Oh, by the way, Pavlov, I have another reason why I despise religion and Catholicism. By the way, here's another reason: circumcision. Why the hell should I fix God's work after He have finished me and create me the way I am, if He does exist? I mean,
Exactly.
what God has against the skin on my dick? I mean, why He doesn't like my dick the way He have created it? I'm sorry, you have to fix it yourself. Fuck such an entity, to be honest. Fuck this.
I tell you what. You know, I'm against doing the transgender operation. I'm personally against it. But if you're pro circumcision, you have no right to be against transgenderism.
Yeah.
It's a different level of the same thing. You're just cutting a bit less.
It's a little bit excessive.
Well, they're not cutting it; they're turning it inside out.
Well, yeah,
I know, man.
That's a
But
whole
look,
thing.
they're basically doing surgery, complex surgery. They're look, simply put, they're making some incisions, some things like those, and basically you start calling yourself a woman after that.
Anyway, but I can imagine circumcision because I only had a dream. But anyway, dream this stuff that I think is your balls and your cock. That was my dream, by the way. And the fuck it hurt, and I can think only about circumcision.
Yeah. Look, the only thing I can say is that those who approve of circumcision they don't have a moral standard stance on. They don't like child abuse. Like they want to start moralizing to others about child abuse and we should. You fucking let young little baby boys be brutalized like this, and
it's
not only
male genital mutilation.
Yes,
male genital mutilation. Why is the female genital mutilation seen as a crime, but the male genital mutilation? Oh, it's okay. It's just it's so you're clean. So
Hold on. Isn't the female genital mutilation where they cut off the clitoris or some shit?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
different
versions.
No, that's different, bro. That's like cutting off your dick, though. That's like cutting off your belly. Like that's
not all. Hold on. Not all female genital mutilations are exactly the same. It depends on the place where it's done. Some of them, we're gonna go into disgusting details now. So anybody who wants to leave.
Look, we've been talking about cutting up dicks for the past 15 minutes.
Sometimes they cut the lips. Sometimes they cut the clitoris. Sometimes they some incisions elsewhere. It all depends on the. And
sometimes they actually cut the clitoris and then they sew up the vaginal cavity.
Yeah, exactly. I tell you what, I'm gonna use the word culture now, but it's a grave, violation of the word culture that I'm using right now. It all the culture, I would say. But look, I think the only difference is that the clitoris, it definitely is a bigger loss than just the foreskin, but it's the same. It's only the magnitude that's different.
Why do they do this to women, actually? I've forgotten. I need to be reminded.
So they don't feel pleasure, man. It's as simple as that. They don't feel pleasure when they're having sex.
Is this all over the Middle East?
Even circumcision.
No, it doesn't always happen, but occasionally. I know, look, when I studied in Portugal, when I studied in Lisbon, I had one of the teachers who did a study on female genital mutilation in certain communities in Lisbon. And he said that it was still being perpetrated, obviously not in front of everybody, clandestinely. It was being perpetrated. So it's not like the West is free from it. It does exist in segregated communities sometimes. But man, it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. And I don't know why circumcision is just getting put on a different, on a different topic, because it's the same topic to me.
Exactly.
Because two magical words: tradition and religion.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, this is exactly, we go back to the top of the conversation, is, again, I mostly, when it comes down to this, I put that firmly at the doorstep of the Jews in the West, because the Muslims have been doing it as well, but it wouldn't have been as accepted if the Jews hadn't promoted it and sort of made it prevalent within the Western world. The lot of the Jewish doctors, and I even looked into, because they make a lot of claims about how circumcision stops or prevents STDs, and it does this and it does that. There were even there are still ridiculous claims about how being circumcised men get less HIV than circumcised men. They're ridiculous.
And probably shit. The king size argument that you are better in bed just because you have less skin on your dick.
Yeah, some women, they say all women, prefer it. It looks nice, all that bullshit, and it's all nonsense. And a lot of it that I looked into were American doctors who I can put money down that these were Jewish American doctors who actually promoted this in order to make sure that this practice is not in any way
It's not banned.
Yeah, banned or hello. Hey, speaking of, I mean, we talked about dicks, but now we can see a pussy.
Yeah, let's talk about pussy now.
You know, I think
The video is frozen, kind of. Dude, this pussy is okay.
That's the
You gotta censor it.
Too much
You gotta
ass.
censor it. You have to censor it. No. I'm not into that, man. I'm not into that. Leave that for some certain websites.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, I think that's Steve's way of telling us we're talking about dicks way too much. Let's bring it back to some pussy.
But look, Betsy, I just have one last question. It's funny, like how the conversation switches to porn when you're in the conversation, because people start asking you this shit. But this is just one last question. And you mentioned STDs about circumcision, like people making claims that you don't get STDs. What about in the porn industry? Is that any kind of defense? Like, how should I even say
to be
this?
circumcised?
No. This isn't just STDs, man.
Oh, STDs. Well, the thing is with the porn industry, depending on where and when, like the American porn industry, the British, the Germans, the Europeans, they're a very small bubble, believe it or not. So they are actually far more careful. Every porn actor that wants to, especially if you want to do, now you don't have to be tested if you're doing solo. If it's just you're just doing like vibrators and you know what I mean, things like that by yourself, you don't need any certificates. But if you're interacting with any other person, women, girl on girl, boy girl, whatever, you need to have a doctor's certificate that is less than a month old, or you know, a month old. Basically, that's maximum. Every month they need to get certificate unless they stop working. That is, so if they're gonna do a boy-girl scene, especially, and even a girl-girl scene, they have to then go get a certificate from their doctors, and then do. So if every month a porn star is doing at least one boy-girl scene, then she's going to have to get a STD test every month. Men, women, all of them. Now, that's in Europe. That's in Britain. That's most of Europe operates that way. In America, I presume it's the same, but of course, we can't really talk for... you know, countries like Cambodia and Vietnam, and, you know, Thailand and wherever else these guys go to do shoots. You can't guarantee that everywhere is the same. But in Europe, yeah, because the thing is, because the porn industry is such a small bubble, the minute one person catches a virus, it goes around all of the actors very quickly. Because
of course.
They're a tiny group. They're not actually that many, believe it or not. There's actually only a very small pool of people who actually do this in, you know, Germany and France and Britain and whatever. So yeah, it's very, very dangerous. So as soon as one person is diagnosed with anything, I'm talking anything, thrush, you know, any minor, even those easily curable stuff, immediately that goes out to everyone that has worked with that person. They all get checked, they all get tested. So even if you have a certificate that's a month old, that's under a month old, that doesn't guarantee anything because you could have catched it tomorrow. But the minute something is found, everybody goes and gets, or the word gets round. So they are very careful, and of course, you know, different porn shoots some of them use condoms, some of them don't. It all depends. But because not all of them use condoms, they are very careful of, you know, making sure that these sort of things happen. But I mean, you know, no industry is perfect. Obviously, I'm sure things happen because a lot of this comes down to the porn stars who have sex outside of the porn industry. Now, those are the ones that are the most dangerous people because these people are sleeping with random people outside of that bubble, and they are the ones that are most likely to bring in the diseases. Whilst if the porn actors are only having sex with other porn actors, then the chances of the disease sort of spreading is very minimal. So it's a whole thing. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. To be honest with you, the biggest issue with porn industry, which is what the feminists rowl about all the time, is women's. They claim women are being abused and women are being taken advantage of.
Yeah, but women get paid more for it.
Yeah, they get the more. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They get paid more than men for sure. But it's not that. It's that they claim all
now
these.
I have to be abusive once again. Frankly, now I have to be abusive once again. To be honest, I think that deep down inside, the feminists are just fucking jealous that they are not the ones desired and placed with all that attention, that they will be not watched, that they will be not getting even fucked this way.
No,
because most of them
MC, I'll be honest. I think that's not true. I mean, I'm not saying that is not true, that you're saying that they are jealous, but it's not the fact that if you're a fat, purple-haired, feminist with 20 piercings in your vagina and your nose, you can still do porn. There is a market for that look. No matter what you look like, no matter who you are, there is a market in the porn industry for you. It is truly the least discriminative industry ever, because whatever you look like, there is a porn for it.
But they will never get as many views and as much popularity as those porn stars that don't have all those piercings, all that fat and those pink hair.
Oh no, the fat porn stars! You'll be surprised at how many views that those videos have.
There's so many chubby chasers out there. There's so many chubby chasers. Not only that, dude, I shot videos of women who were in their 60s and 70s, and they had some of the biggest They were some of the biggest sellers, the magazines that these women.
Oh my goodness!
So if you think you've got, if you think some fat 20-year-old feminist is not going to get attention, what do you think about a 72-year-old woman whose vagina is like flapping between her thighs?
Oh my goodness!
I understand.
Okay, I think this is a good.
Yeah, let's change the subject. Yeah,
go back to the election.
Can we watch
about the salad that is that they have the salad to their knees? We know that.
Can we watch Banksy's video? Can you put it up on the screen share?
Your face is just.
No, I'm not putting up any of my videos.
It's almost as ugly as mine. So that's why
porn on this. This is supposed to be a high-level channel. We're supposed to be high.
No. The one you put on the private chat. The video you put on the private chat. Just sort of commercial break.
That one. Well, that one is actually a satiric. That's what I was telling you about my satirical videos and stuff that I've done.
Have you seen my satirical video?
I'm not sure. No.
I like how he says video, not videos.
Oh yeah, like how I say power instead of power.
No, but I mean, the thing is, this one, I'll be honest, it's a little bit sort of on the edge, I guess, for YouTube. Not for most regular people, because I don't think it's.
Guys, I was having an idea of maybe making some kind of comedic videos, and the first one would be dating during lockdown or something like that. It would be basically a satire of how are people supposed to act now during lockdown, and with all kinds of satirical stuff, like for example, you try to kiss with a mask or whatever and bullshit like that. By the way, you might think I'm joking, but I've actually seen people kissing with the mask on. It's ridiculous, but it's like two masks basically touching each other.
Okay. So
anyway, I put my video on the thing, so we can just watch it.
One popular German thing about putting on our faces some shielding from when we were going to kiss. So I think that this was a prophecy in the 90s.
Well, this is I'm going to share my screen. This is a video I made quite a while back. I think it was like 2017, 22nd of June. And this was at the time where I actually gave a shit about making good videos on YouTube, or at least trying to put some effort into them.
Yeah.
And now I've got to make sure, because the music for this got copyright claim.
Before the current queen haven't take over YouTube and make it as it was today.
Okay. This is called Welcome to Londonistan. Hold on. Let me.
It's the ISIS team, man.
It's the ISIS tune.
From the people that brought you.
Sorry. Let me go back. Okay.
Go on. You go from the beginning. Sorry, I
No,
interrupted.
I don't want to play the music because I said the music might give us some shit.
Okay. I'll sing it. I'll sing it. Then.
What? The ISIS theme song can get you copyright strike.
Exactly.
That's bullshit.
The ISIS theme gives you copyright.
Like,
I got. But no, I didn't
didn't
get copyright strike. I got a copyright claim for the song.
Oh no!
Yeah, I
I
know.
wonder if ISIS got a copyright claim.
What can I?
That's how it is, man.
Look.
ISIS has a copyright division.
like that Shia motherfucker. He stole our music. He will pay.
Okay, I'm gonna
No,
play
no,
it
no.
from here.
He's not a real Muslim brother.
From the people that brought you Mosul and Aleppo, the Islamic State's Department of Tourism brings you Londonistan. Are you a brother looking for an easy and relaxing jihad? Are you the type that just can't wait to martyr yourself in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Then boy, do we have a destination for you. Come and visit Londonistan. It is the perfect place to guarantee easy access to vulnerable infidels and a one-way ticket to Jannah. Jannah. On arrival to Londonistan, you will be greeted by one of our members, and he will show you a great selection of four-wheel drive vehicles to run down the infidels with. We recommend the bigger the better. When it comes to taking out the infidels, size does matter. If you act now, you will be given this free kitchen knife set to take out any of the dirty infidels that happen to survive the car crash. Londonistan, the fastest way to get to your 72 virgins. Brought to you by the Islamic State's Department of Tourism.
Killing infidels in the name of Allah will not guarantee access to heaven. The number of virgins on offer may change without notice. The Islamic State will not accept any liability if you survive your jihad attack on the infidels and are gang raped in British prisons.
One step beyond.
Banksy, by the way, it was great, but did you get that inspiration from a Israeli South Park version? I mean, Israeli cartoon, Ahmed and Salim, because it very much looked alike.
Yeah, well, actually, the character I created it in a site called you can create what's it called, South Park characters. And I just put it together
because two Israelis have made a little show. I mean, it was their version of South Park, and because of that, the Middle East have also protested against this.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no, I didn't see it anywhere else. All I had was in my head. Was
I will post only one episode. It's only 3 minutes, 1 second.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up. And this is Tiger's video.
No, Tiger, you're chilling again. I already showed this video 10 times on my.
Yeah, but notice like the shitty camera, like on my laptop, like.
It's pretty funny though, especially the more
avant-garde. Yeah, this is sort of what do they call it? Oh man, indie movie making.
Yeah,
we've all been there. Some people have a debate at the park, it gets personal, insults get thrown in, and then a fight starts. Even my boy Pavlo has been a victim of this shit.
Bro, come the fuck down. What are you gonna do? Come the fuck down. Yo, bro, you wanna kiss me? I'm not gay, man. I'm not fucking gay. He's not gay. Yo,
Shout out to Pavlo, by the way. Pavlo, I love you, man. Some brand might just say something about your mum or say something racist, but no matter how bad it gets, you just gotta walk away. But, well, some of us still haven't learnt that yet. About a year ago, Ahmed Ali started a fight with a brat called Uncle Omar. And I'm thinking, fuck him. Uncle Omar's an ISIS supporter, he probably deserved it. But look, once again, even if a guy deserves to get punched in the face, it doesn't mean you should punch him in the face. You've got to be intellectual about it. Naturally, Ahmed Ali gets scolded and a good telling off by Jedi of all people. It's like being lectured on racial equality by David Duke, given Jedi's aggressive history in the park. But I mean, it's nothing personal. I mean, Jedi's always been pretty friendly to me. Then it was being handled in calm, civilized debate. Until Jedi mentions his mum. I'm not here taking sides. I think we both.
Yeah, hold on. I mean, pause. Dude, you seriously should have given a bit more time to the Mortal Kombat theme, man.
No.
So copyright. You might get copyright for it.
I didn't want that, but I didn't want to show the scene where that guy just gets completely pummeled by those three black dudes, because I didn't want it to be too violent. I wanted it to be like an okay video, and I just thought like that bit of like like would be funny enough, but.
Mortal Kombat.
Shall I keep going? Yeah, okay.
Keep going. A man about my size, I'm short. He's pretty short, about 5'7", and he's being beaten up by 3 large men, and people are concerned. So people want to talk it out rationally. Specifically, the Islamic community in Speaker's Corner, they really wanted to have a peaceful resolution to the entire ordeal, as one would expect. But you didn't expect that, did you? Yeah. So after witnessing that level of violence and just overall savagery, some people are pretty pissed, even some of Jedi's old school friends. Disclaimer, I don't know who these people are in this video, and I am in no way mocking them. I mean no disrespect to any of these men in this video, so please don't come after me.
Hang tight, my brethren, Jedi. Long time school brethren, you get me? If you know, then you know, you get me? Don't know, Jed, you get me? Man saw something today anyway that got man. How the Muslims they're wrapping you up in the park like that? And I'm seeing a bag of Muslims to surround one black youth. I thought there's fucking black Muslims in that Jedi. You don't holler at the real man them, bro. How you got them man there surrounding you like that, fam? The fuck's going on? I know you don't come from that line. I know what line you come from. You come from the same line as us. Ackies are trying to pressure niggas out of Speaker's Corner, fam. What's going on? What they need, yeah? Man, them are chatting one-on-ones. Fuck that. 10 niggas, 10 Marlies, 10 Muslims or whatever. Do this one-on-one thing, innit? Stay out of fucking Speaker's Corner and get ready to go there and sort out this little thing that's going on. Cause right now, this thing looks mad. The Muslims are too strong for you in the park, bro.
But it's all calmed down now. Everyone's apologized. There's been condemnation on both sides. And it's all cool. Except it's not, because now Ahmed Ali wants to fight the Nubian sniper guy, Maku.
Yes, sir.
We want to fight with you, man. Huh? We want to have an organized fight.
You want to have an organized fight? Yeah?
Yes. Will you accept or not?
Yeah, no problem. Okay.
Yeah. No problem. What?
You are showing your ass on camera for men to fuck you.
Fucking hell.
Amen. You're giving me your ass. I'm not interested in your big ass. I'm not interested in your sexy ass for the pool dice.
Aki, calm down.
I'm not interested in your sexy ass.
I don't know about you, but something tells me he's an ass man.
I'm not talking
I know.
He's getting himself involved. I'm talking with my.
I know.
You know, I think we always get angry and, you know, we can get out of control. But, you know, you need to think before making a fool of yourself in front of a camera. I've learned this, a lot of my friends have learned this, and we just need to move on and just stop fighting.
No fucking fighting!
Yeah, so that's basically the end of this video. I'm sorry about the shit movie quality. I don't really have a very good camera right now, but I'm trying to get better. You know, like, share, subscribe, leave a real nasty comment. I love a good nasty comment.
Sexy ass!
You know what's funny? The funny thing is that he said to leave a nasty comment, but when he first made the video, he had deleted the commenting option. By accident. You're muted, Tiger, you're muted.
It said it was kid friendly, and I was like, oh yeah, it's kid friendly. And like, oh no, it disables the comments. That was the other video I made about the white nationalists.
Is it?
But,
Tolkien's ring.
Right. Yeah, he made a video about Jamie, asking him who's
oh my goodness,
who's not Aryan, and Jamie started saying that Sun Tzu is Aryan, and you know, everybody's Aryan basically.
He said Genghis Khan was Aryan. Genghis Khan was a white man. He said like.
According to the famous aquarellist, the Japanese were the Aryans of the Far East, so can blame them.
Oh yeah, we was Japanese and shit.
Pablo, say power.
Power.
Say it properly. Say power. Say it the way you say it.
Power.
Power.
Sorry, but he doesn't have this.
China.
They want power.
Power.
No.
They want the power.
Yes.
Okay, let me try for the first time. Power. How's that?
Yeah, no, that's all right.
Yeah.
And now say why.
I mean, but enough. Did it sound enough British for a moment? For this one moment.
Oh yeah.
All right. What else can we talk about?
We never covered the overkill sort of events.
Well, look, we kind of did.
We touched on it. You're right. We touched on it.
We kind of touched on it.
We just got distracted.
I had an aggressive war in the comment section. I mean, in the chat with him in the comments section today.
Is he in the comment section?
Anymore.
Is he there now?
I don't know, but
I saw some of his nutters. I saw English Breakfast, who's one of his nutters.
Oh.
Bro, dude, this English Breakfast guy, he used to publish one of my acting pages on an acting website that I worked with for a little while. He used to publish that shit on every video where I was and say, actor, beware, this guy's an actor. And I'm like, dude, okay, thanks. Thanks, man. You know, people are gonna see it. People might hire me more now. But unfortunately, evil YouTube has deleted all of his comments as spam.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's funny because he was trying to hurt me with it, but YouTube probably thought that he was trying to help me. So they deleted the comments as as spam. Like, you can't share your bullshit around, because he was doing the same comment over and over and over again, and YouTube algorithm, it doesn't like that shit. It deletes my sometimes it deletes my comments on my own fucking videos, man. I'm not even joking.
It deletes, yeah. Same here. People put videos, comments, and I get a ping and I get an email saying that this comment was put. I go to the site. I go to the actual comments section. It's not there. I can't.
You know what? On my We Was Aryans video, one of Ralph's fanboys came to my YouTube channel and he made a comment about skull shapes and why Kingston has an Aryan skull shape and I don't. And the comment is gone. I don't know where it went. I thought it was really funny, but it's gone now.
Yeah, I can't find. Well, I mean, there's so many comments that people put that I can't find.
I can remember one Banksy's live stream when I have insulted Susan, I mean the Karen of YouTube. I've insulted her in numerous ways. I also have write a comment about her sexual life, that she have to pay all those stuff because nobody wants to do it without any pay, and she's mad about it because she knows she will never be fucked for her, but for the money that she's giving them, and everything was deleted.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. I'm like, dude, I want to see these. Let me see my fucking comments. They are
so funny.
censoring the shit I
Oh,
want
by
to
the
read.
way, YouTube also thinks that that it knows better the Polish language than I do, because there was a short affair in Poland about the word that we use for the word for the black and Negro. It's the same word. It's called Murzyn, but the word is also a surname in Poland, and there was a debate.
Wait. Sorry. So what's the word?
The word in Polish for black person and Negro, it's the same. It's Murzyn.
Murzyn, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
This word, after a lifetime of few born into Poland, black girls and mulattoes have actually because they were against against this word to be ever used. Typically highly sensitive black people, to be honest, because they have thought that this word is so toxic and it promotes discrimination, when in fact it's just a word that was used always, like for centuries.
Yeah, but so
Hi,
is
guys.
communism. But I can't imagine the Poles being very happy about me saying that about the place.
But we have another word for the famous N word, not Murzyn. Sorry, this is another word for that.
Yeah,
Never heard of it.
In Ukraine,
here because I want YouTube to take down this live stream, to be honest. So maybe I should write it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably not gonna get taken down just because of a curse.
Yeah,
Like-
for curse word that no one even understands. So
I mean,
yeah, who knows?
Yes, the Polish N word in Polish, it's czarnuch.
Charlo.
Yes.
Really?
Don't
Yeah,
don't
that's
say-
pretty weird. That's really weird because in Ukraine we call black people chorny, which means black. It's the exact translation. It's like black chorny. It's the translation.
I know.
Yeah.
In Ukraine, the N word is the same. We say nigger. It's exactly the same shit. Like zero change from it. So it's pretty.
how do you say? And how do you say? Please, Russia, give us back Crimea. Please let us have Crimea.
We don't say anything. You just hear the sound of the Kalashnikov in the background.
There was a man who asked for Crimea back.
I can say that to you in Russian if you want to. I can say that in Russian. Пожалуйста, Россия, отдавай нам Крым.
Did you know that in like the olden days of Russia, like some people get really it's like Soviet Union era, some people get super fucking drunk, right? And then they'd and then they'd get picked up off of the streets and put in a van. And they just pick drunk people up off the streets in Russia. Like that's so honestly, like I don't think there's any brain cells left in Russia. Like their very language just sounds like drunk slurring. Like that's Russian.
It's
Like-
actually if you want to I mean, my brother said to me this was, he said, if you want to speak Russian, just speak English backwards. So he's
Пошел нахуй, сука, блядь, пиздец, иди нахуй.
Oh, beautiful Slavic swearing, Pavlov. It means go away to the fucking dick and never return to the dick.
Go away to the dick.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't say go fuck yourself. We say go to the dick.
Go to
Пошел.
the dick. Go to the dick. Go towards the dick. It's like a man who's just
And it's
died,
funny because
and there's a
all of the
glowing
dick.
penis in the
Yes,
distance.
because in Poland it's the same, to be honest. Like, see, we don't have, for example, a cab like you have. All cabs are bastards, but we say chuj w dupę policji, what means dick. We wish the dick to the asses of every single policeman.
Bro, where did the highbrow go, man? Where did
this degenerated very quickly.
It just disappeared, man.
This
It just
went
disappeared,
off,
bro.
off. This.
Okay,
this
let's at least do it. Like insane. It just went downhill, bro. At least let's end on the high note, and let's talk about something a bit more intellectual.
Okay. Just before we go totally high note, because I want to play one one of my old videos. Which actually was very popular at the time. But this particular one it's okay. It's not. I don't. Again, from my gradient of shit shows, it's not too bad. But yeah, I don't think you guys have ever seen this one, and I'm actually quite proud of this one. The problem is Tiger is gone, and I wanted him to kind of see it as well. But I don't
maybe he could not stand the amount of swearing that we simply have in our arsenal.
Well, this one isn't swearing. Well, it is swearing. No,
yes,
there's a lot of swearing.
To be honest, I don't know any other. I mean, I don't know how other Slavic languages, but Polish is full of that, full of swear words. I mean, I know Ukrainian that much, but I see the temper, so I wouldn't be surprised that they have something more than suka bliać and ty znachuj or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, pizda in ours too.
Okay. Tiger is back. Tiger, I'm gonna play one of my old.
Tiger,
I literally made this video in 2016.
We promise. Don't go away.
Yeah. This was one of my first videos. So yeah, I'm gonna put that one up and hold on. I have to share my screen with you guys. And do this, and do this, and do this, and do this, and do that.
That's it. Go through the steps, man. Explain the steps.
God, there's so many fucking names. Okay.
Body positivity.
It's a very.
Oh, I think I watched it, man. I think I watched it, but let's see.
You may have.
Hi guys. Well, this year has been a year that we've been told to be more accepting and tolerant of other people, and that we should accept even self-destructive behavior such as overeating. We've been told that this is not a bad thing, and that not only we shouldn't fat shame obese people, but celebrate them and date fat chicks and fuck them and accept what they're doing as perfectly normal. Well, in the spirit of acceptance and tolerance of self-destructive behavior, I would like to promote the crack positivity movement. Why should crack addicts be shamed into the shadows just because their behavior is destroying their health and slowly killing them? I say, let them come out and be proud of their crack cocaine addiction. In an effort to actually allow crack addicts to come out of the shadows and be proud of their addiction and their self-destructive behavior, I am going to propose a new movement which I will myself be the president of. I would like to propose the Crack Unity Network Team, or as we lovingly call ourselves, CUNT. And as cunts, we're going to make sure that we put a stop to this harassment and shaming of crack addicts and not allowing them to carry on with their self-destructive attitude. The problem is, it's the judicial system. As you can see on the chart, 100% of crack addicts who are caught with crack on them are arrested and are wrongfully imprisoned, whilst all other people are allowed to go free. This is a result of a bigoted judicial system and a police force that is unfairly targeting and attacking crack addicts all around the world. This injustice must stop now. We must recognize that crack whore lives do matter, just like every other life. I'm sure by now you're thinking, how can I help? How can I join the movement? And yes, you can be a cunt too. There are many cunts around the world telling other people how they should live their life and how they should behave all the time. And you can be one of them cunts. Now look at all the cunts that we have as our members now. Look at all these proud cunts willing to give up their time and their lives in order to make sure everyone accepts and tolerates these self-destructive behaviors. Our organization is an offshoot of another organization which also helps a lot of people in need. That organization is known as People's United Social Services for the Young, or as we call them, pussies. Unfortunately for pussies, we felt that they were too weak to deal with a incredibly difficult case such as cunt, and so we decided to separate and form our own group in order to be able to purely focus on people who are suffering from crack addiction. If you wish to join us and be a cunt like us, then please go to our website www.cunt.fist.com and sign up as a member today, and who knows, you could be changing lives tomorrow.
One step
Fucking hell!
Dude, this is really good. This is really good. And you only got a bit more than 1K. What the fuck, man? This is so good, man. Holy
Yeah.
It was a.
When did you make that video?
2016.
2000. Whoa, that was so like you're part of the you're doing like early skeptic community people that were just roasting SJW.
Yeah. Most of the people who were on that video, if you know them, you'll know they were the feminists and the early SJW sort of bedroom feminist types. So Lacey Green was like on there and all that crew. So yeah,
HS Bomber guy.
Yeah, that's it, H Bomber guy. And what's her name? Christy Winters, and most of those guys.
Anita Sarkeesian, right?
Yeah,
Anita Sarkeesian, yeah, she was on.
She's irrelevant now.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I only know. I only knew like 4 people there. I only knew about 4 people, and by name I only know Anita Sarkeesian and Lacey Green. But yeah.
Yeah, they were the bigger.
To be honest, when we talk about Lacey Green, for one thing, I really to this day cannot stand her when she have told when she has said to Blair White. When she have told her about her rape experience or something that, you know how she dismissed it? It was just an anecdote.
Yeah.
Oh, just an anecdote. But she was
the best thing about Lacey Green is on the previous election when Trump won. Before he won, she was saying, there's so much to be done to amend, to heal the nation. And Trump won, and she was like, fuck you, racist. She's homophobic. Fuck you.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, she was almost like screaming, and I remember that word. The Trump apocalypse is coming.
Yeah.
I stole that.
Yeah, that's right. That was the one. The Trump apocalypse.
Yes.
She lost her shit over the Trump apocalypse because she thought, that's it. This is it. We're all dead. It's all over. Yeah, well, it is what it is, dude. We are we've gone way over our usually hour allotted time that we try to stick to. I didn't think this thing's gonna get so wild, but we had some, we got these great guests, so I didn't want to sort of cut it short. But we are at the 2 hours and 45-minute mark, so it's a good time to wrap it up, I guess.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Well, good
Thank
night.
you everyone
Thank you
for
so
coming.
much for having me.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for coming in, guys. And you're welcome to come anytime you want. Not the sexual way, just to the panel, I mean.
Exactly. You can come
by the way,
on the panel.
I read some comments. One guy was asking me to say "boosie," and I say "boosio." You remember?
No one has to suck your mother.
Yeah, I suck the boosie. Some Bebsy with a boosie.
Wait. Say bitches come.
Bitches come.
Come. What?
Like bitches come. Say that.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Say it, you Slavic fuck.
Jesus, what a fucking so needy, man. So needy. This homosexual figure here. Bitches come. Are you happy?
So it's from Triple
bitch.
X. Not like an action film with Vin Diesel.
Guys, let's all say our farewells and good nights because I gotta go. I have a bottle of Havana Club and a box of tissues that I need to attend to.
And by the way, for anyone going to the wrong conclusion, he's gonna use the box of tissues to cry.
Absolutely, of course. I'm gonna watch. What's it called? One of those rom-coms.
Titanic.
You're gonna watch Cuties because I know you're a
the Notepad. I'm gonna watch the Notepad, and then I'm gonna the fucking Cuties. You sick fuck! I can't believe you said
No.
I'm gonna watch the Notepad, and I'm gonna cry myself to sleep, hugging a bottle of Havana Club. because it's COVID and I can't go out, and I haven't had sex in several months because Tinder has been kind of dry.
Sorry. You've had more sex than Kingston.
Kingston? Who's Kingston?
The shirtless guy, Ralph.
Oh, come on, Tiger. Let's not shame each other.
The thing is, that dude is built like a mofo, though, isn't he? He is shredded up. He's like a Julian salad. Holy shit. I was surprised when he took his shirt. I'm like, fuck me, this guy's stacked. He took his shirt off.
He took his shirt off. You were like, "Fuck me." Oh.
Well, I mean, I didn't say. I'm usually the one doing the fucking though, but you know, because if it comes down to if I'm ever batting for the other side, I'm the one on top.
Wait. Okay, no, we do have to go. There's so many questions I want to know about the kind of women that Banksy fucks, but no, we have to go.
Yeah, no, it's done.
All right,
It's
yeah,
done.
yeah.
We're opening up another rabbit hole here, which we do not want to go down. And besides,
no more rabbit holes open. No more.
I gotta go because
this is a highbrow centrist supremacy. This is not a highbrow show.
We haven't even spoken about politics. We talked about politics for a bit, like in the beginning, and then it just went down porn and comedy.
You missed the whole Trump election fraud segment that Christopher brought down. Christopher brought down facts. He laid down the facts on that one.
Is Christopher the Aussie boy?
Boy,
I don't know.
This guy throwing boy around. Oh, you're a
no. But is Christopher Australian? I don't know.
He is. Yeah.
If he would call me a boy, I would call him an infant.
Oh, for God's sake. This is going to degenerate. Look, I'm done. I'm going to end this.
Good night.
Take care, guys.
2, 1. See you next time.
See you next time.
Centrist Supremacy. Bye.